two teams that can score goals. So a 2-0 deficit.
I thought when he didn't finish last game and he left in a walking boot that he probably would not play, but I did put the caveat in that he is one of the toughest players in the National Hockey League, and if anyone could play through the pain, it would be him. We saw that a few years ago when he took warm-up and couldn't shoot or pass the puck, yet played in the game. He's tough, and the Dallas Stars are a better team with him in. I don't care if he's 100% or not. He is better than what your other options are. That is a huge boost to the Dallas Stars, and I imagine when he takes the ice here at the beginning of the game, the place is going to go nuts. So
they were going nuts in the pregame when they put the camera on him.
Yeah, well, I would think so. He is a big part of that team. I did not think the Dallas Stars would be able to beat the Oilers 2 more times if Chris Tanev wasn't in the lineup. I just think he's that important to this team. So a big boost to the Dallas Stars.
All right, for Edmonton, they got down 2-0. Really fluky, unlucky second goal against. And then they kind of took the game over a bit, Rob. I mean, and over the course, and I don't know if you buy these numbers or not, but in all situations, the unofficial count I have in high danger scoring chances in the series is 55-40 for Edmonton.
Well, I mean, I believe it. I think a lot of it.
And Edmonton hasn't scored on the power play yet, Rob.
Yeah, no. And eventually you would think they would, whether they get 1 or 6 power plays tonight. Their power play is that good. I'm not concerned about the power play because they were creating chances, even though they didn't score in the last couple of games. These are two even teams, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes and the team that gets the most saves is going to find itself the victor at the end of the night. I imagine this will be a close game. I imagine the emotional aspect of this game is going to pick up even more because right now both teams see the finish line and they know the importance of this hockey game. And you want to be the one that is pushing a team out on Sunday in Edmonton, not the one trying to stay from being eliminated. So to me, this is a monumental, huge hockey game for both teams.
Tell me this. What do you think of the switch of Carrick to Derek Ryan in 20 seconds or less?
Well, we talked reading that earlier. Is the Oilers at one point in their playoff runs in years gone by, they had guys in the lineup probably shouldn't have been there, probably didn't deserve to be there. Right now, the Oilers have players in the press box that don't deserve to be in the press box. The Oilers are deep. May as well take full advantage of fresh legs coming out of the press box. And we've seen so far, every time the Oilers have done it, it's worked out well for them.
Let's go to the Ford Keys to the game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of your Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. What do you got, Rob?
Well, keep making big saves. Stuart Skinner, when he let the first 2 in last game, and then he shut the door. The Dallas Stars are going to push hard early in this hockey game. They need a save or 2 from Stuart Skinner. And one of these teams, Dallas or Edmonton, is going to score a power play goal at some point. The Edmonton Oilers power play has been the best all year long. They need to be the team to score a goal. In 1-goal games, you get a chance to put one in on the power play. Make sure you make it count. So power play goal tonight for the Oilers, big save for the Oilers. That could spell victory.
Rob, so far in the playoffs through 2 rounds, the team that had the better special teams has won all 12 series. Edmonton's up 1-0 in special teams goals so far. Great stuff, Rob.
Let's keep that going then, Bob.
That's our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. More with Rob and Reed Wilkins during the end of the roll. First and second intermissions up next. Jack Michaels will have the call. It is Game 5 action from American Airlines Center, Dallas, Texas. Series tied 2-2 on Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit HeavyMetalEquipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Discover the epitome of elegance at Alberta Diamond Exchange, dedicated to crafting unforgettable moments with exquisite jewelry collections for over 2 decades. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands and anniversary treasures, the Alberta Diamond Exchange commitment extends far beyond I do. Your journey with Alberta Diamond Exchange is not just about jewelry, it's about an unparalleled experience. Check out the Aspen Glen Landing Boutique in Southwest Calgary, and for more information, head to avdiamond.ca today.
Legacy Heating and Cooling jingle auditions take 1 for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat.
Call Legacy. Call
see.
We freaking killed it, Nuge.
That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah, well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Look, I know this is radio, so it's hard to show you how much is on sale during the Big One clearance event at End of the Row Flooring Centers, but it's a lot. Like this flooring, or this one, and all these. Yep, all at clearance pricing for a limited time. Now, you don't need to just imagine what it would look like, though. You can use our visualizer at endoftheroll.com to upload a picture of your room to see the flooring in your actual home. Try it. Find something you love, then get a great deal on it at the Big One clearance event on now at End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
We stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, it's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast. There he shoots and scores.
Now it's Draisaitl off to Connor McDavid. Centers Kane for the hat trick. He scores.
All the action called by the voices who know the game inside and out.
This crowd explodes.
Bob Stauffer and Jack Michaels on the Oilers Radio Network.
Well, last round we told you that the Game 5 winner wins the best-of-7 series nearly 80% of the time. Vancouver got that Game 5 win. Well, the Oilers sliced and diced that percentage. Now Game 5 has arrived again. This time the Western Conference Final from the Lone Star State, Dallas, Texas, American Airlines Center. Here we go, Edmonton, Dallas. Alongside Bob Stauffer, I'm Jack Michaels with a play-by-play of tonight's game. Connor McDavid will take the opening face-off between Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins. Bouchard and Ekholm, the only two players who played more than 20 minutes for Edmonton in its Game 4 victory over Dallas on Wednesday night, and the puck has been dropped by Kelly Sutherland. We're underway, and it's immediately chopped out of play. Nugent-Hopkins and Heiskanen coming together in the Edmonton pipe. Stuart Skinner at the other end. Jake Ottinger for Dallas. Heiskanen playing with Lindell. Chris Tanev is in the lineup, blocked a shot, his 68th of the postseason. That leads the league. Walking boot yesterday, but ready to go tonight. Wyatt Johnston beaten off the draw by McDavid at neutral ice, and the Oilers fire it in. Johnston playing between Ben and Stankoven. Knocked down by Bouchard, high slot on a Dallas clearing attempt, and Hyman's shot was stopped. Hyman leads all Stanley Cup playoff goal scorers with 13 in this postseason. Nugent-Hopkins directs to McDavid. It's slithered past Bouchard in the high slot, recovered by Ekholm. Edmonton left to right in this first period with the white uniforms, orange and blue trim. Dallas in the Kelly green, black pants, white numerals. And you've got Esa Lindell scooping and sending it off the right-hand plexi. That's going to be recovered by Ryan McLeod, who broke a 30-game drought with a goal in Game 4, getting him off the schneid and getting Edmonton energized in a game it trailed 2-0 5 minutes in. Nurse sending it in deep is Brett Kulak. The only time he lined up on the right side this year was prior to a road loss in Carolina, and that was abandoned about 6 minutes into the game. McLeod, a collision with Robertson at center. The puck pops loose. Tanev a shot as he comes over the line. Save made by Skinner. Rebound overrun by Thomas Harley. The Oilers fail to get it out. Held in by Tanev. Kulak will try again the left-hand side. McLeod got it in front of his own bench and whipped a pass to Darnell Nurse, who had 11 hits on Wednesday night. Corey Perry will send it around the boards. Draisaitl cut off. Wound up in the corner, and you've got Perry, who's playing his 208th playoff game tonight. CC, a shot that was blocked. That ties Gretzky and Jagr for 15th all-time. Heiskanen with the pickup on a puck that ricocheted to him, weaving to his left, shooting blocker side, and a save made by Skinner off the rush. A rebound after it, Sam Steele, recovered by Duchesne, pulling up in front. Duchesne centering, and Mason Marchment was double-teamed. Had no chance to get the puck. Philip Broberg did not get it out. He played 14 minutes the other night, and now Duchesne inadvertently threw it out of play. We played 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Dallas has gotten the first 2 shots on net. Bob, what do you make of the start of Game 5?
Well, the Oilers had a bit of an opportunity to create something off a cycle. Dallas boxed them out, and Philip Broberg, who had excellent attention to detail with the puck the other night, 2 puck touches here, tried to get his feet moving, and they got on him in a hurry, and they forced a couple strips. Something to keep an eye on.
Steele wins the faceoff. Delandria the only change for Dallas. A blast sent wide by Dadonov from in the high slot. Delandria replaces Radek Fox on the 4th line, left-hand side. Matthias Janmark scored a shorthanded goal that turned out to be the game winner in Wednesday night's Game 4. And Janmark breaking loose through the neutral zone, charging in left-hand side, shooting, and that deflected. He's now played a full season's worth of playoff games, 82 for Janmark, and he scored 10 goals. Speaking of 10, number 10 Delandria will shoot it in from center for Dallas. A collision in front of the Edmonton bench, and a screen set by Connor Brown allows Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to escape up the right-hand side and flip it off the left-hand boards. That'll be picked up by Heiskanen off to Lindell. Those two have 2 of the 3 empty netters by defensemen in this series. Ekholm, the other one, with a giveaway in his own zone. Heiskanen, right-hand side. Ekholm this time to steal. Chip back to center. The reason I bring that up, Bob, is it's the first series in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs that 3 defensemen have had empty netters.
A 1-2-2 forecheck here from Dallas, trying to basically force Edmonton to cough pucks up. A little bit more passive approach from Dallas here when Edmonton's got the puck in their own zone.
Stankoven shovels it in. Connor McDavid quarterbacking, now receiving a pass for Bouchard with speed over the line around Tanev. A quick shot and a save made by Ottinger. Rebound taken by Bouchard. McDavid had 3 assists the other night in the Game 4 victory. Now it's Nugent-Hopkins against Tanev, who, remember, was hobbled by that shot from Evander Kane. Sagan takes a swing at the puck. It went off an Oiler and out of play into the first row on the far side of American Airlines Center, packed to capacity with 18,352. This city charged up as the Dallas Mavericks have advanced to the NBA Finals. The Dallas Stars trying to return to a Stanley Cup final for the first time since 2020, when they were beaten in the Edmonton bubble by Tampa. 4 minutes gone by, scoreless first period, and that roar of approval behind me in recognition for Tanev suiting up tonight. A shot by Broberg off a face-off win from Draisaitl does not make its way through. Perry entangled behind the Dallas net. First player ever to reach the Stanley Cup semifinals with 5 different teams, Corey Perry, and now an icing call, and one of a dubious nature. Broberg sold it and got it called. 15:50 to go in the first period, and the faceoff comes back to the left of Dallas starter Jake Ottinger, 10-7 with a save percentage of .919 in the postseason. His counterpart Skinner, 9-5, save percentage .887, and now Draisaitl wants this faceoff moved to Ottinger's right, as is his choice, and he'll take it against Tyler Sagan. And then be chased out, rendering the whole thing academic.
Seen that a bit with Leon.
Face-off win for Sagan. Referees Eric Furlat with Kelly Sutherland, Ryan Gibbons, and Scott Cherry are the linesmen. Thomas Harley up the right-hand side, and it's waved in by the Dallas Stars. Your starting lineup brought to you by our friends at Coventry Homes, the preferred builder of the Edmonton Oilers. Here's Draisaitl rushing in right-hand side over the Dallas line. Tried to send it back to CC, but turned it over. Matt Duchene at center ice, breaking loose, and then reeled in from behind. What a backtrack by Ryan McLeod. Forced back to the Dallas line. Advanced through to Matt Duchene. Here's Marchment spinning, and he couldn't unload a shot from the left circle. Then he got hammered by Evan Bouchard. Out to the point, ripped by Heiskanen, and tipped wide by Joe Pavelski in front. Pavelski playing his 200th career playoff game tonight. Heiskanen, one-timer, Marchment blocked. Pavelski dropped to one knee, couldn't get his shot away, and Bouchard comes out of the pile with a clear to Ekholm, and it's laid on to Nugent-Hopkins. Fires a pass, McDavid a shot, and another save by Ottinger. That's 2 stops for Ottinger on McDavid thus far. Ekholm will give it back to Connor McDavid. No score, first period. We've played 5 1/4. Here's Hyman behind the net on his backhand. Switches to a forehand. Curls out the other side. Takes an avenue to the high slot and lets a shot fly that was blocked by Lindell. Hyman got his own rebound, circling the net, tried to center, punched the other way by Marchment, and Edmonton in full retreat. Bouchard to knock it down. What was interesting is the Oilers held all their forwards, including McDavid and Draisaitl, under 20 minutes in a tight Game 4 that Edmonton won 5-2. A big hit from behind on Steele, a clean shot, and leveling him was Connor Brown. Evander Kane gives it up. One-timer from Nurse and a blocker saved by Ottinger. Chris Tanev had it and lost it. Centering pass. Quick shot save on Kulak. Ottinger off a feed from McDavid. Dallas doesn't have numbers, and wisely dumping it in is Evgeny Dodonov. Darnell Nurse back in his own zone. Fires a pass up to Evander Kane. He'll give it up to Adam Henrique. Kane tried a shot. That was smothered. Henrique back on the puck. Has it taken from him by Jamie Benn. Benn tried to reverse. He's been Dallas's best player in this series with a goal and 7 points in the first 4 games. Ryan Suter wrap up in the corner. Stankoven to giveaway. A backhander flicked wide by Kane. The rebound after it, Dylan Holloway out to Kulak. A drive and a save made by Jake Ottinger with no rebound. 13-17 to go in the first period. Edmonton has reeled off the last 5 shots on goal. We are live in the Lone Star State. Game 5, the Western Conference Final. A chance to close it out on Sunday night for one of these 2 teams. Edmonton, Dallas, no score. This is 4 Dealers NHL Hockey. The Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 50 member hotels to choose from offering their best value rates. edmontonsbesthotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm proud to call myself an Albertan. You know, after years of touring this great province in my Ford F-150, I've learned the value of driving a tough, capable, smart truck. Whether you're working for the weekend or long-hauling it like I am, there's an F-150 for every Albertan, with plenty of options to choose from, like available Pro Power on board. So if you're looking for a new truck, stop by your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
When you play the largest 50-50 in sports, everybody wins. Your support makes all of Oil Country a better place. A place of kindness, caring, and compassion. Uplifting those in need, changing lives forever. The largest 50-50 pot in professional sports is currently growing by the second. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help change lives today. Maybe even your own.
AGLC license number 645766.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 50 member hotels to choose from offering their best value rates. edmontonsbesthotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
50-50 jackpot reset. It's currently at $626,000. You got plenty of time for the early bird prize of the night. 2 tickets to next season's home opener and $10,000 cash benefiting Make-A-Wish Canada, the YMCA of Northern Alberta, and of course the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation. Welcome back inside the American Airlines Center and our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Sam Carrick just lost a draw. That's the only change Edmonton makes tonight. Carrick in and Derek Ryan out. The Stars force their way into the offensive zone coming the other way. But Wyatt Johnston had it stripped away by Carrick, who brings it as far as center ice. Tanev will snap it up to Jamie Benn, the longtime Stars captain, and he'll shoot it wide of Stuart Skinner. Played off the inboards by Philip Broberg. Hustled up the right-hand side. Brown did not get a touch on that puck. That was not a poor pass.
No, he's got to make
Philip
that.
Broberg.
So the Dallas Stars lead all teams in flipping the puck out, and I think that's partially because they want to put the Oilers under duress. And I think that's part of the reason why we've got Broberg in this coming into Game 4 instead of Desharnais, is that he can make plays and he can transport it, get it out of trouble. Big defensive zone draw here for Sam Carrick.
Digging in. Clean face-off win for Sagan. Heiskanen, top of the right circle. Shooting is Jason Robertson, who had a hat trick in Dallas's win in Game 3 back in Edmonton. Connor Brown will chip and charge in from the right-hand side. After the puck, Miro Heiskanen will deliver to Rope Hintz. Shimmies his way up the right-hand side and golfed in by Sagan. That lands like a lob wedge in the high slot. Sagan finds Hintz, could not get into shooting position. Lindell, a backhander save, rebound. Sagan had it blocked as Skinner was flailing, trying to get back into position.
All off a flip in, Jack.
Heiskanen will dump it in. Yeah, it took a weird hop on the high slot. Now here's another chance. Robertson taking it hard to the hole. Couldn't get a shot away. Pinballed around, still loose. Top of the blue pane and carved out of there and laid off the glass and out by Leon Draisaitl.
Got to be better than that, Edmonton's D.
Heiskanen to Duchesne, and then Nurse rips a pass to Perry. Wide open McLeod shoots, and that missed high blocker. Rebound Draisaitl. Tried to bank it off the goaltender and missed. Here's a blast by Bouchard. Block shot. Nurse down low. One time in front, and Draisaitl had it stopped. Robertson up to Sagan. He did not get it out. Draisaitl tried to curl it over to Bouchard. Shoots, and that was deflected up and out of play by Thomas Harley. I'll tell you what, both teams will not be happy with that shift. Edmonton at one end, but Dallas just as ragged at the other.
Ryan McLeod, point blank, high slot, and Thomas Harley took away the lower half of the net, elevated the puck. What a look for McLeod.
Kulak, a key block shot on Sagan at the other way.
Draisaitl almost got Perry on a tap-in on the back door.
Well, I think he was trying to pull cue that in himself, maybe. Little redirect right into the pads of Ottinger, and sometimes you get one there. Edmonton does not. Dallas sloppy, did not get it out. Hintz and Sagan failed to get it out after Edmonton, as Bob indicated, a little loose in their own end. Off the face-off, McDavid looked like he'd won it, but Hyman was unable to control, and the Stars get a flip up the left-hand glass. We played 8.5 minutes in this first period. There's no score. Edmonton left to right. Skittering his way into the zone is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the best playoff season of his career. 4 goals and 18 points coming in. McDavid, the points leader with 28, tried to stuff it inside. An attempted clear by Stankoven did not get it out, but the Stars prevent the Oilers from getting it in deep and going to work on the cycle. Batted down by Ekholm and taken at center ice by Wyatt Johnston of Dallas. He'll fire it off the half wall. Ekholm on the puck retrieval. Nearly gave it away. Bouchard was there in puck support. He'll send it up the right-hand side and steered in by Hyman. That'll be retrieved by Heiskanen. Hard rim up the left-hand glass. Marchment did not get a puck touch on it, but icing will be waved off as Broberg drifts back into his own zone, hammered off the boards and out by Ceci, and that exited the playing surface only after hitting the board. So no delay of game, obviously. 9.5 minutes having elapsed here in the first period. There's no score in the hockey game. Edmonton has outshot Dallas 6-4. These two teams, 3 times previously, have met in a best of 7 and split the first 4 games. And all 3 times, the team who won Game 5 went on to win. 1997, 2001, 2003. Off the draw. Here's a shot by Marchment in front. Trying to find Pavelski for a tip. It wasn't there and cleared by Evander Kane. Dallas on the puck. Heiskanen tried to backhand it up the middle. A second time. This time he locates Joe Pavelski. I mentioned the 200 games in the playoffs. He's the 23rd player to do so. The other 22 have won the Stanley Cup. Joe Pavelski is not. Here's Ceci. Up the left-hand side of Vander Kane. Stripped by Alex Petrovic, who grew up in Edmonton. Pass laid ahead by Harley. Pavelski. Right side, Dodonov. Got it in deep. Bouchard able to recover for Edmonton. And he'll get it right back from Cody Ceci. Bouchard fires a pass on target. Left wing, it's Draisaitl. Sent ahead for Hyman. Little spin move. Here we go. McDavid, Hyman, and Draisaitl getting a 5-on-5 shift here at the midway point of this first period with no score. Harley tried to backhand it up the wall. McDavid looking to locate. So they're doing it before the timeout rather than after the timeout. Little wrinkle by Chris Knobloch. Alex Petrovic scampering to center. Angling a pass up the right-hand side. Not getting it in deep was Robertson. Taking it away, McDavid. He'll lay it off to Bouchard. There's shrapnel in terms of sticks all over the ice right now. Ekholm mishandles another puck. Cross ice, it's Sagan. He waits left circle, tried to snap it toward the net, had it deflected out of play, and we'll take a break. 9:02 to go in the first period. No score. Game 5. Tension at an all-time high at American Airlines Center with so much at stake in this best-of-7 Western Conference final. Edmonton, Dallas, toe-to-toe. The Oilers Radio Network.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores!
Hey, Rogers customers and hockey fans. Rogers wants you to win big this Stanley Cup playoffs.
Connor McDavid! Fantastic!
You could win a VIP trip to the Stanley Cup final, plus hundreds of prizes, courtesy of Rogers Beyond the Sea. For your chance to win, visit Rogers.com/Stanley Cup. That's Rogers.com/Stanley Cup.
Even though your 20s are behind you, you still get to have firsts. Like the first time your knee hurts after a morning run. Or the first time you felt certain muscles after a workout. Whatever your pain, Advil Liquid Gels are here for these firsts. Advil Liquid Gels provide liquid fast relief for everyday aches and pains. So you can get back to your everyday active life where firsts still happen. When pain says you can't, Advil says you can.
Proudly headquartered in Edmonton, Capital Power is powering change by changing power. Be part of the energy and join Capital Power in cheering on our Edmonton Oilers. From Ice District and across oil country as they chase another championship banner. Visit capitalpower.com to learn about how they're delivering reliable and affordable power for communities today and creating innovative solutions for a clean electricity future.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Edmonton Oilers coming off a 5-2 win on Wednesday that evened the series. 5 different goal scorers and the 4th comeback win for Edmonton over the last 2 years when trailing by at least 2 goals in a Stanley Cup playoff game. No score thus far in Game 5. Shot off the draw, taken by Robertson, blocked by Carrick, who's struggled a bit in the circle to start this game. He'll give it up to Darnell Nurse up the left-hand side. A hard pass. He's going to get another opportunity. This looks like icing.
He's got a
8:45 to go in the first period.
Well, they moved Derek Ryan out and put Carrick in. I think they thought, Derek Ryan's played mostly right wing. Perry comes back in. Ryan ends up at center. I don't think they thought maybe the 37-year-old Ryan, the juice wasn't there for him. This is an important draw here for Carrick. He's got to bear down. They got their top line on the ice against the Oilers' 4th line.
Carrick against Hintz. Face-off's all about rhythm. That time, Carrick holds it to a draw. Harley tried a shot that was blocked by Nurse, and the Oilers hustle it out of the zone. Nurse will fire it in. Harley tracks the puck, gives it up to Heiskanen. He'll launch one down the middle. Grabbed by Robertson, in over the line. Pulls up top of the right circle. Feathers a pass over to Harley, taken away. Terrific defensive play by Carrick, and he'll slam it in from the blue line wide of Ottinger. Rebound played by Matthias Janmark, checked against the boards and erased from the play by Heiskanen. Cleared by Dallas. Through the middle of the ice is Rope Hintz to Robertson. Loads, waits, nowhere to move it. Hintz had been taken down and was sliding along along the ice when Robertson wanted to move that puck. Stankoven under duress from Kulak, trying to pinch his Tanev, and Evander Kane lobbing it through Lindell at the blue line. Race for the puck. Lindell able to beat Holloway back. Center ice Stankoven, checked by Kane. Right side Tanev, he'll shoot it in for Dallas. Offensive zone, Wyatt Johnston had a goal the other night. Here's a centering pass. Jamie Benn couldn't get a backhander off. Evander Kane with excellent work in front of the Edmonton net. Jamie Benn just never got a shot away, and Kane eventually drove right through him, took the puck away, and from center ice will dump it in. That's a great shift defensively for Evander Kane.
Oilers need more, though. Dallas is tilting the ice a bit here, Jack.
Lindell, a dart down the middle. Joe Pavelski loading, shooting, and he missed. He has been snake-bitten. Just one goal in his last 20 games. Did not hit the net there. 39 years of age. Soon to turn 40. Shoveled in by Mason Marchment. He and Corey Perry out of that 2003 draft, along with Marc-Andre Fleury and the soon-to-be-retired Zach Parise. Here's Leon Draisaitl lugging the puck through the middle for the Oilers. Ryan McLeod finds Nurse, a shot, and that missed the net. Oilers have had a couple good looks from the slot and failed to hit the net. Pavelski, a lateral pass that was tipped away by McLeod, played by Ceci over to Nurse. He'll back off now with 6:35 on the clock. First period, no score. Edmonton has outshot Dallas now 5-3, they're saying. Dellandrea at the blue line, turned over. Nugent Hopkins to Hyman, a wrist shot, and then the rebound. Hyman tried to chip it over Ottinger, and that was smacked down. Dellandrea in close quarters. Ryan Suter comes over to help out. Another 2003 draft pick, and the Oilers are going to get a call here. It's going to be a cross-check or a board in the corner. Roughing. Or is there two calls? One each way?
I think it's just on Suter for the...
I thought it was a cross.
It was
he
a
made
cross.
two signals, cross-check and rough.
Dallas penalty, number 20, 2 minutes for roughing.
Roughing?
That's it.
How's that not a cross?
He also made a cross-check signal, which crossed me up a little bit.
Well, bottom line here is you need one on the power play. You're only getting limited opportunities here through 4 games. Only 6 power plays. Got to break through if you're the Oilers. Right here, right now, got to get face-off wins, take it to the net, and shoot it quickly. The ice is not as good as Edmonton. You can't make 9 passes, Jack.
It's the second Stanley Cup final in the last 75 years without a power play goal in the first 4 games. 2013, Pittsburgh-Boston, the only other series to have 0 power play goals combined through 4 games. Edmonton won for its last 16 on the Atco power play. Atco Energy, your trusted Alberta retailer. McDavid and Hyman stacked in the slot. Draisaitl still the league leader with 6 power play goals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Waved out of the circle, replaced by McDavid. He'll drift high slot. McDavid wins the faceoff. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Left circle shot. Missed the net. Rebound came off the boards. Oilers have not been hitting the net from the slot tonight. Bouchard. Draisaitl. Right faceoff circle. McDavid off the goal line. One-timer Bouchard. Save. Rebound. Tipped in. Ryan Nugent Hopkins. 1-0 Edmonton in Game 5.
Get it back and shoot it. Heavy shot from Bouchard. He pounds the pill to the net. Collateral damage. Nugent Hopkins finds the loose change, and the Oilers, a power play marker, take a 1-0 lead.
First power play goal for Edmonton since Nugent Hopkins scored in Game 7 against Vancouver, and he just hung in there and was able to backhand it home. Nugent Hopkins from Bouchard, who picks up yet another point, now 24 in the Stanley Cup playoffs for Bouchard. Time 14:09.
Let's see whether or not there's a quick call the other way here. Oilers got to play smart. They came back with their 4th line or a couple times out of scoring goals against Dallas in game number 4.
Henrique wins the faceoff between Kane and Holloway. Nurse intercepts a lead pass from Dallas and clears back to center. Chris Tanev to Rope Hintz. Right circle, Hintz centers it. Robertson shoots wide for the left circle. Rebound held in by Tanev for a moment. After it is Adam Henrique. He'll launch it off the glove of Tanev, and now Dylan Holloway from the left wing, immediately thwarted by Tanev. He'll move it up the right-hand side. Tyler Seguin. So the first power play goal of the series belongs to Edmonton, and so does the lead in an all-important Game 5. Bouchard and McDavid will get the helpers. And for Connor McDavid, his leading total in the Stanley Cup playoffs now 29 points, including 25 assists. The NHL record for a postseason in terms of assists, 31 by Wayne Gretzky. It's certainly within McDavid's sights. Flipped in by Dallas. Reset for Edmonton and Philip Broberg. They start up ice left to right. 4:40 to go in the first period. CC a shot. Awkward-looking save made by Ottinger. He didn't know where it went off the blocker. Neither did his entire team. And the Oilers able to pounce on the puck. Carrick cross ice to Matthias Janmark. Dallas still a bit scattered. Running around wide open. Connor Brown did not take it to the front of the net. Inexplicably. Just hung beneath the goal line. No star went toward him. That was a strange sequence all around. And now another turnover by Dallas. Lindell had it, lost it. Brown continues to pester, and now skating away is Miro Heiskanen. Bit of a missed opportunity there for Edmonton.
Got to take it hard to the hole.
Ekholm to Evan Bouchard. Wires a pass. Left wing, Leon Draisaitl under control. Flashed it back to the point. Ekholm was not there in time. Offside whistled against the Oilers, who've outshot the Stars 7-3, and more importantly, taken a 1-0 lead with 3:53 to go in the opening period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, power play goal, his 5th of the postseason, set up by Bouchard and McDavid. Between them, 53 points in this year's Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 5 of the Western Conference Final continues in just a moment. This is 4 Dealers NHL Hockey, the Oilers Radio Network.
Until June 8th, make the shift to more savings at Fountain Tire and get up to $200 off a set of 4 select tires, plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150 or more. Restrictions apply. Financing available. Book online today. I can tell by the look on your face you're thinking about it.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Until June 8th, make the shift to more savings at Fountain Tire and get up to $200 off a set of 4 select tires, plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150 or more. Restrictions apply. Financing available. Book online today. I can tell by the look on your face you're thinking about it.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
1-0 hockey game for Edmonton. We welcome you back inside American Airlines Center. Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Draisaitl out there with Brown and McLeod. And McLeod erased in the corner, carried back through the middle by Joe Pavelski. Turned over, Kulak over to Darnell Nurse. Brown slithering through the middle, gives it up. Draisaitl a shot, and that was smothered. The rebound laid off to Marchment. He'll carry it to center ice.
I think Corey Perry's missing a shift here, Jack. He got hurt back in the Oilers' corner.
Well, the Oilers making an adjustment on the fly here. Zach Hyman has come onto the ice to join Draisaitl. McLeod will peel off on a change. Hyman triple teamed in the corner, and the puck extricated for Pavelski. Advanced to Heiskanen, right to left over the Edmonton line. Heiskanen curled one wide off the rush. Jason Robertson used a screen from Hintz, tried to float it down low, hammered the other way by Nugent-Hopkins, who scored a power play goal to give Edmonton a 1-0 lead. Now Hyman looking to make it 2. Chipped a backhander wide off the rush, and again triple team down low. But Hyman was able to wrestle the puck free from McDavid. He's got it in the corner. Finally disrupted by Rope Hintz, who wires a pass ahead, and that's eventually sent in deep by Tyler Seguin. After it, Matthias Ekholm ripped it around the boards. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Pressure coming from Sam Steele. He'll lay it up the left-hand side. Cleared back through the neutral zone. Steele trying to get around Nugent Hopkins. Could not do so. And Ekholm fired it cross ice for Bouchard, who hit McDavid in the back with a pass up the middle. Steele over the line, but offside right to left. And a late whistle coming. Are we having a penalty for Edmonton? Too many men?
Too many men. Because Kane played the puck. This is a tight call here. They're going to discuss it. I think it's going to be against Edmonton. It's going to be too many men.
Edmonton penalty, a bench minor. Too many men on the ice.
There it is. So the Dallas Stars, who've seen Edmonton get their first power play goal of the series, will try to match. So first power play of the game for Dallas. The Stars 0 for 9 in the series. It had been an effective power play through the first two rounds at 29% coming into the series. But the Oilers have reeled off 23 consecutive penalty kills and we're gone 8 games without a power play goal against.
And Henrique replacing Derek Ryan here to start.
Henrique out there, of course, with no Vinny Desharnais. Ekholm's over the boards, but he's got new blood in there. Henrique and Nugent Hopkins. Ceci and Ekholm. Jamie Benn awaits the face-off, loses it cleanly. Ceci comes over and blasts one down the right-hand side. So the Oilers get it done off the draw. As Henrique kind of adjusts headgear, pressure up ice. Connor Brown has come on, and Dallas moves through the neutral zone. Brown joined by Janmark, so the Oilers win the draw, get off the ice, and clear it again. Ekholm up the left-hand side, and again, quick changes on the kill. That's something that in talking with the penalty killers, Ryan McLeod before Game 2 said that's been the key, quick changes. Rope hints, in over the line, right to left. Jamie Benn kicked it back, Heiskanen. Left half wall bent. Pressure from Nugent Hopkins. Heiskanen across. Wrist shot coming, and that flew wide against Stuart Skinner. Robertson unable to hit the net and unable to hold the zone. High slot giveaway to McLeod, who works his way through the neutral zone and gets it in deep. Heiskanen back on the puck for Dallas halfway through the Snap Auto Parts penalty kill. Edmonton better than 93% on the kill over the course of the playoffs. Stankoven a shot. Dribbled off the blocker of Skinner. Rebound hacked down the ice by Ceci with a minute to go in the period. Ceci having a really effective kill. And Thomas Harley bogged down back in his own zone. Connor Brown goes right to him. Harley in close quarters gives it back to the on-rushing Matt Duchene. Left-hand side for Pavelski. Swept back to the point. It's Harley. Pavelski, cross ice, open man, wrist shot, deflected. Sagan couldn't get it through. Pavelski guides it out. Harley, Sagan right circle, wrist shot blocked, rebound. Stankoven trying to go back door instead of get a shot away. 25 seconds to go in the period. Penalty will be over in 10 seconds. Stankoven, who passed on that shot, now with the puck right point. He'll give it to Matt Duchene. Tried to center, deflected away by Ekholm. Big bounce to Sagan. Back to Duchene. Stankoven, nowhere to shoot. Moves it back to Harley. Power play over. Harley's shot sails wide. Rebound. Whistled off the boards by Ekholm. Trying to freeze it now. Zach Hyman right in front of his own bench. The horn goes, and Edmonton will take a 1-0 lead into the dressing room. A power play goal by Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and the special teams battle with a shorthanded goal for the Oilers being the game winner in Game 4, and coming right back with a power play goal in Game 5. And that, for right now, has tilted the balance of this series in Edmonton's favor. The shots 7-4 in that opening frame for the Oilers. So just 4 shots against. The Oilers again choking off the Dallas attack and capitalizing on their one power play. Nugent Hopkins, his 5th of the playoffs from Bouchard and McDavid at 14:09. That's the difference right now. Another solid first period turned in by the Oilers.
Won the face-off on the power play, simplified. Got the puck to the net right away. Bouchard, a heavy shot.
Won a couple draws on the kill, too.
Yep. Nugent Hopkins found the collateral damage at the saddle net. That loose change buried home the rebound. And then Nugent Hopkins started with a good Henrique face-off win for Edmonton. that got it started on the PK. So some good things going for Edmonton at both ends of both special teams.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins joins us ringside now. Ryan, power play breaks through, but you guys didn't really feel like this was a slide. You feel like you were doing a lot of right things. What happened on the goal?
Just work to get it back and Bushy with a hard shot kind of sits there for me, so just had to whack it. But like you said, we've been working hard. They haven't given us a whole lot of opportunities, so we've been creating, haven't gone in, but obviously it's nice when they do.
55% man Adam Henrique out there to take a face-off with Derek Ryan not playing tonight, and you guys won a couple draws and kept it going on PK, and it starts with face-off wins, doesn't it, Ryan?
Definitely starts on face-off. As a power play, you always want to start with the puck, so great job by Rico there, especially on his offside. And then obviously Cesar getting that down. That's just as important as making sure that that gets 200 feet.
Thanks, Ryan. Still warm down there?
Oh, yeah. It's hot.
I talked to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins after game one, and he said that's the hottest he's ever been in an NHL building is on the bench in this particular building.
Well, you and me have been in this building when it was hotter, and the Oilers made one hell of a hot pick that day. That was a 2018 draft. Evan Bouchard.
Yeah.
It was 90.
It was warm.
It was 98 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And we did the dinner with Gil Scott, you recall.
I think I actually just threw a couple of dress shirts away from that week.
Yeah. Well,
when you are that hot and sweaty, there's no point.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Sometimes laundering, it's no cure.
Yeah, it was sweltering. They had unseasonably cooler weather here. A bunch of rain over the last 3 or 4 days. Perked up a bit this afternoon. Good period for Edmonton. They outshot the Stars 7-4. Both teams had chances off the rush that they did not complete. Ryan McLeod with a point-blank look. Brett Kulak, a good look. There are opportunities to be had, and a solid showing from Edmonton in that first period. But what have we seen so far in this series?
Wild swings, one way or the other.
Completely unpredictable.
It's like we're watching the NBA sometimes.
You never know when it's going to happen. So, good start for Edmonton. Let's see if they can build upon it.
Oilers 5-3 on the road in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Curiously enough, even though Dallas is in the Western Conference Final, the Stars were decent at home during the regular campaign. Not as good as Edmonton, but still a rock-solid 26-11-4. But in the playoffs, on home ice, the Stars are 4-5. Edmonton looking to continue that trend and move within one win of the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 2006. Oilers won, Stars no score. 20 minutes complete in Game 5. Reed and Rob are next, back at our 6:30 Ched Studios, the flagship home of the Oilers Radio Network. Hope you're listening around the world. Radio Player Canada. We're live in Dallas, Edmonton. 20 minutes down. A 1-0 lead in Game 5 of the Oilers Radio Network.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming a 630 Ched Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment.
Sign up now at 630ched.com.
And click on Ched Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 630 Ched, Edmonton's news, today's talk.
Where Edmonton stays informed and entertained.
Today and every day. At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bouchard, Draisaitl, right face-off circle. McDavid off the goal line. One-timer Bouchard save. Rebound. Tipped in. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 1-0 Edmonton in Game 5.
The Nuge scores for the Oilers. Finally a power play goal in this series. Can you believe it? That's your look into the highlight zone, courtesy Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. So the official on the goal, you get Nugent-Hopkins with his 5th from Bouchard and McDavid. at 14:09. The Oilers were shorthanded later in the period. They killed it off. That's 24 in a row. But Rob will start with the power play goal. Nugent Hopkins able to poke in his 5th of the playoffs.
Well, the Oilers came out with a shoot-first mentality. You saw right off the get-go as Nugent Hopkins gets the puck and fires it on net. And then the one thing that we've talked for the last couple of years, the effectiveness of the Oilers' power play. One of the biggest reasons is their puck retrieval. If there's a loose puck, they hunt it down and they create second, third, fourth opportunities. It eventually just fatigues the defending team. But on this one, they hunted the puck down. They got the second shot. And one thing that we've talked about, you and I, this year a lot is a Bouchard shot doesn't always have to go in. But a puck on net creates chaos. And that's what happened on that one. The save was made. The puck laid free. And then it's just a matter of who finds it first. Nugent Hopkins finds the puck. Doesn't get a lot of wood on it. But Ottinger has no chance. So the Oilers know they don't get a lot of power plays. They know the importance of one when they get it. And they came out with a thought of let's put pucks on net, let's create chaos and see what happens. So a very important first goal and a very important power play goal for the Oilers.
Then the Oilers take a too many men call. Actually, one of those, Rob, is where a defending player, checked it down. Really, I'm watching with Mooner, and Mooner's pretty calm. He didn't like the call. Usually.
It was the right call on that one simply because Kane played the puck. If Kane would have just let that guy skate past him, no penalty. But Nugent Hopkins hadn't gotten off the ice. Kane played the puck, so he had an advantage. Because Kane was about 7-8 feet, at least, off the bench. He came out early. The refs let that go. As long as you don't get involved in the play. Susie got involved in the play, and I thought Craig Simpson said it best. He got involved. It's an easy call for the referee. I mean, the call, the roughing penalty on Suter wasn't much either of what we've seen in the playoffs for a roughing penalty. Both teams got calls that were favorable for them. The difference is the Edmonton Oilers took advantage and put the puck in the net.
And the Oilers kill it off again. I mean, Rob, like 24 straight. There was the one kind of dangerous bounce in front, but that was more off a broken play than something they allowed Dallas.
No, but, I mean, in all honesty, the play that Nugent Hopkins scored was a broken play. A lot of plays on power plays, a lot of goals on power plays are broken. They just rebounds, tips, players not getting the puck down. That was the most dangerous that the Dallas Stars power play has been this series, but the bar was very low. They've really created nothing off it through the first 4 games of the series. They did get a couple looks. And what you love about the Oilers penalty killing unit is we talked about how they have chemistry now. They're going with more or less the same unit head for the majority of the playoffs, majority of the regular season. But in the playoffs, there's been some movement with guys coming in and out of the lineup. And the Oilers have just continued. Whoever gets put into a role of penalty killing has done a good job. And tonight it was a big face-off by Henrique off the opening draw of the penalty kill, getting pucks down. And it wasn't until the second unit came out for the Dallas Stars that they created anything. So, yeah, it's specialty teams and goaltending win you hockey games. And tonight, Skinner's been excellent, and the Edmonton Oilers got a power play goal.
Perry went to the room after that, taking that big hit from Pavelski. I don't think he came back, Rob. Did you see him?
I know. He didn't come back, and he was in distress when he left. Pavelski's not a big man, but that was a huge hit. And sometimes you just get hit the wrong way. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But the way he went off, it looked like a shoulder-type thing. Again, we didn't expect to see Tanev back in this series, and he's out there. So I don't know if we'll see Perry or not, but he's one of those guys that when you've got over 200 playoff games, you play through pain. So we'll see what happens here in the final 40.
Yeah, Tanev, of course, is playing for Dallas. He played 6:06 in that period. The Oilers lineup change from last game was Sam Carrick coming in for Derek Ryan. Nugent Hopkins scores on the power play, 1-0 Edmonton after the first period in Game 5 in Dallas. This is Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everywhere everyone in. Must be legal drinking age. MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Honey, I overloaded the washing machine and there's a mini waterfall pouring through the basement roof.
We'll fix it. Don't worry, babe.
And I might have horribly shrunk your lucky jersey.
Oh!
Life happens. Access Insurance can help. The Save of the Game is brought to you by Access Insurance. When Albertans need it most, they know they can count on the Access Insurance team for a huge save. It's easy to switch and save. Check out their Google reviews.
Visit accessinsurancegroup.com.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The mother of a 13-year-old boy who was struck and killed on his bicycle early Wednesday morning is appealing to the driver of the car to turn themselves in after she says they left her son to die. Jessica Lynch says her son Adam, who went by AJ, had been heading over to see his girlfriend for an early morning visit before they both went to school that day. 2 men found guilty of second-degree murder for their roles in a fatal shooting at the Duggan Community Hall in August of 2021 will spend at least 17 and 20 years in prison, respectively. The convictions came with automatic life sentences, but the parole eligibility for 35-year-old Abdullahi Yalahu and 39-year-old Christopher Wilson still needed to be set. And a 5-man, 9-woman jury has been selected in Lethbridge for the trial of 2 men charged with conspiracy to commit murder during the 2022 COVID mandate border protest at Coots. Anthony Olenek and Chris Carbert were arrested after Mounties found a cache of guns, body armor, and ammunition in trailers. News on demand at 630ched.com.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, and breathtaking views. Experience resort-like amenities including a full-time concierge, yoga and fitness studios, golf simulator, plus indoor and outdoor lounges for you to live your best life. Visit skysignaturesuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
Look, I know this is radio, so it's hard to show you how much is on sale during the Big One clearance event at End of the Row Flooring Centers, but it's a lot. Like this flooring, or this one, and all these. Yep, all at clearance pricing for a limited time. Now, you don't need to just imagine what it would look like, though. You can use our visualizer at endoftheroll.com to upload a picture of your room to see the flooring in your actual home. Try it. Find something you love, then get a great deal on it at the Big One clearance event on now at End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Okay, let's check the scoreboard for Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The Memorial Cup semifinal is not looking good for the Western Hockey League champion Moose Jaw Warriors. After 2 periods, Moose Jaw trailing Saginaw 6-1. So it looks like the 2014 Oil Kings will remain the last WHL team to win the Memorial Cup. The winner, and Saginaw's in control, will play London for the championship on Sunday. Baseball tonight, bottom of the 9th, Blue Jays and Pirates are tied at 1. And the Canadian Open continuing in Hamilton. It is Ryan Fox and Robert McIntyre, both at 10 under par. Joel Damon, 8 under, and then tied for 4th, the top Canadian, and looking really good. Mackenzie Hughes, 7 under, so 3 off the lead. He shot 64 today to work his way up the leaderboard. And how about this? Edmonton's Will Bateman is tied for 13th. Shot a 4 under, 66 today. Good stuff for Will. Corey Connors, another Canadian, also up there at 4 under. New 50-50 going today for the Oilers Community Foundation. Jackpot $700,000, helping out Make-A-Wish Canada, YMCA of Northern Alberta, and the Oilers Community Foundation's initiative, Every Kid Deserves a Shot. Early bird draw at 8, that's in half an hour, for 2 tickets to next season's home opener, and at 8:30 for $10,000 cash. All right, Oilers leading the Stars 1-0 after the first on a power play goal by Nugent Hopkins. Jack and Bob coming up. Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Straining to find the right home? You're going to love this. For a limited time, get back in the game with a free Oiler Fan Cave basement by Coventry Homes. This playoff package includes a free basement, plus an exclusive Oiler Fan Cave, complete with their signature customizable designs and top-shelf finishes at no additional cost. Because flexibility is within reach. Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey parents, do you work in downtown Edmonton? Childcare is hard to find, but at Kepler Academy, inside Sun Life Place, we still have some space for children 12 months to 6 years old. Located at 101-23 Hull Street, Kepler Academy Sun Life Place is an award-winning early learning and childcare provider, voted Edmonton's top choice for 4 years in a row. Visit KeplerAcademy.ca. Mention this ad and your registration fees will be waived.
Even though your 20s are behind you, you still get to have firsts. Like the first time your knee hurts after a morning run. Or the first time you felt certain muscles after a workout. Whatever your pain, Advil Liquid Gels are here for these firsts. Advil Liquid Gels provide liquid fast relief for everyday aches and pains. So you can get back to your everyday active life where firsts still happen. When pain says you can't, Advil says you can.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey
On 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
We welcome you back live inside American Airlines Center. They made a slight adjustment on the shot clock, as they typically do throughout these Stanley Cup playoffs. 8-4 for Edmonton in the first, but most importantly, a power play goal by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And so we begin the second period with a score 1-0 for Edmonton. McDavid between Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Bouchard and Ekholm defensively have to do a redo off the draw. They chased Ben off the circle, and McDavid wins the faceoff against his replacement, Wyatt Johnston. And we're underway in this second period. Shot in by Logan Stankoven. Skinner did not have much work in that first period. A handoff to Bouchard, and here come the Oilers right to left. McDavid thundering over the line with a shot that's tipped wide of Jake Ottinger in the Dallas pipes. Matthias Ekholm will snake one down low in the left corner. McDavid with Johnston burrowing in to free the puck up for Miro Heiskanen. He'll whip it up the right-hand side, batted down by Stankoven, shot back into the Dallas zone by Hyman, and then iced by the Stars' Esa Lindell. 38 seconds into the second period. Dallas attack has not been sustained. Edmonton game 5, not under control, but a 1-0 lead, and the Oilers are playing what in the regular season, Bob, you'd call a classic roadie. Draisaitl between McLeod and Connor Brown, so Corey Perry is obviously hurt. There's an open space on the Oiler bench. He might be done for the night. There's cross ice. You've got Draisaitl giving it up. Brett Kulak tries a shot, and that's tipped wide of Jake Ottinger. So Corey Perry banged up. The Oilers want a delay of game here whistled against the Stars, and there's going to be a conference between the officials. Early second period. This is a mammoth call right here. And the officials want to make sure they get this right. Miro Heiskanen, I didn't see an Oiler touch the puck. No. I just don't know whether it clipped the top of the plexi because it's very dark in the corner.
Yeah, that's
and if they're guessing, Bob, I don't think they can call it.
No, you know what?
I think he put it out of play.
So do I, but I don't think they got it.
And we haven't seen an angle that shows us definitively because it kind of disappears against the dark background.
Oilers have already got the first unit on the ice here.
No indication as of yet. A lengthy conference now between the officials, Furlat and Sutherland, along with the linesman.
Here's the call. It's a penalty.
Dallas bench monitor. Not bench. Delay of game.
Delay of game. So Edmonton will go to the power play for the second time tonight. Oilers capitalized on their first opportunity. Nugent Hopkins from Bouchard and McDavid. Heiskanen will be sent off for delay of game. He's done too happy. He's saying, you didn't see it. You're just guessing. Draisaitl will take the draw. I think they got it right. And he'll take the draw against Ty Dellandrea, who wins the faceoff for Dallas. That's a big faceoff win for Dellandrea. It was a healthy scratch the last couple, and the Stars were able to work it up the left-hand side and out. Bouchard, strong pass to Draisaitl. Cross ice open. Nugent Hopkins shoots and scores. Second power play goal of the night for Nugent Hopkins. Right post and in. And Edmonton leads Game 5 by a deuce.
So there's an adjustment from Edmonton. Dallas was putting up pressure on the Oilers' power play, taking away the McDavid drop and delay zone entry. So Edmonton caught him on a 3-on-2, and Leon Draisaitl feathered a beautiful backhand pass, and Nugent Hopkins has got a great wrist shot. And he just picked the glove side.
Nugent Hopkins having moments here in the Stanley Cup playoffs unlike any others he's had before. Had a big game against Calgary on home ice a couple of years ago. Pivotal play in Game 6 and 7 against Vancouver, and now in Game 5 against Dallas, he has the two power play goals. Draisaitl and Bouchard were the helpers. Evan Bouchard is heading into Paul Coffey territory when it comes to his point production in the postseason. Puck deflects out of play. Only Coffey has more points by an Oiler D in the history of the franchise. And a neutral zone faceoff upcoming.
Great shot by Nuge. He finishes off, but what a backhanded pass by Leon Draisaitl. On a wonderful stretch pass from Bouchard to start it. Total adjustment from Glenn Gulson in the power play.
Third career two-goal game in the playoffs for Nugent Hopkins. They're both on the power play. Edmonton 2 for 2. Dallas 0 for 1. It's the difference in Game 5 thus far. And it's another multi-goal lead for the Edmonton Oilers against Dallas. They let one slip away in Game 3. Mason Marchment fires a pass right-hand side. Spinning over the line is Duchesne. A shot by Tanev deflected away. And Darnell Nurse for the Oilers will give it up. Turning and trying to clear Holloway. Turned it over. Quick drive to the net. Skinner sees the puck slide through the blue paint and played by Nurse out to Kane, who hoists it in deep. It was Dallas who let a two-goal lead get away in Game 4.
Oilers got caught up here. It could be a 5-on-3, Jack.
But it's not. Marchment just shoots it in. Here's Cody Ceci. Off to Philip Broberg. Drives it up the left-hand side. Is that Corey Perry on the ice?
That is.
So Corey Perry is back. Corey Perry talking his way back into Game 5, evidently. He was not on the bench to start the second period. Broberg took a shot. That was blocked by Marchment. But he's playing number 208 in the playoffs for a reason, Bob. And lack of courage isn't one of them. A drive by Broberg off a tee from Perry. Wow. Fired high and wide. Rebound slipped down low for Perry. Trying to shrug off Ryan Suter. He thought he had drawn a penalty. McLeod will swing it around the boards for Cody Ceci. Feathers it back down low to McLeod. From the right half wall, he'll locate Draisaitl. Fired a pass off the tape of Perry and fielded by Marchment and launched down the middle of the ice. Race for the puck, and on it is Dadonov. Tried to jam it off the half wall down low. Carefully swept back the other way by Draisaitl, and here's Matthias Janmark over the line. Connor Brown is shot and blocker to the corner by Jake Ottinger. Rebound picked up by Jamie Benn, but this crowd is morbid right now. I mean, Edmonton has completely choked the life out of the Dallas attack. Just 5 shots for the Stars in the first 24 and 1.5 minutes. Dallas trying to get the forecheck going. Jamie Benn pries it out of the corner. Heiskanen could not field that pass cleanly and never got a shot away. Just swung it back down low. Skinner has ample time to play it. Darnell Nurse, a giveaway. Wyatt Johnston will free it up for Stankoven. But Dallas at the end of a shift will have to roll over the lines. And now Nurse has a chance to break the puck out cleanly. 4 minutes gone by, second period. Crowd getting restless. Dallas doing nothing right now. Janmark will get it in deep. Ottinger to Esa Lindell. Bumped in by Stankoven. Skinner gives it a look. Bouchard over to Ekholm. Ahead for McDavid. The pass is off target. Shoveled back the other way. A second time by Lindell. And then smacked out of midair by Ekholm and pinballed in by Nugent Hopkins, who has both goals tonight. Both coming on the power play and both set up by this man, Evan Bouchard. Driving down the right wing boards. Frees it up for Connor McDavid. Skittering. Juking. Trying to center. And that pass broken up. Carried back the other way by Chris Tanev. Turned over in Edmonton. A quick 2-on-1. McDavid waits, shoots, and a save made. Ottinger. The rebound. Nugent Hopkins never got there. Came off the pads of Ottinger, which was probably McDavid's strategy. But that time it didn't pan out.
What a chance for the Oilers.
Here's McDavid again. This time with Zach Hyman. A drop pass for Hyman. He fires, and that rocketed out of play by the stick of Thomas Harley with 5 minutes having elapsed in this second period. And the Oilers holding a 2-0 lead on the strength of a pair of power play goals for Brian Nugent Hopkins, who was looking for a hat trick 2-on-1, and McDavid tried to use Ottinger's pads as, again, kind of the bumpers on a pinball machine.
Well, Lindell did a real good job defensively to break that up. And Connor made the right play. You got to at least get a shot on goal there.
Kane will take the draw between Henrique and Holloway and win the faceoff. Guided back to Broberg. He shoots and scores! Philip Broberg with his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal! 3-0 Edmonton!
What has Adam Henrique done here? He's come in and he wins. That was a Vander Kane.
That was Kane winning the draw, remember.
And Henrique poked the puck back. He's such a smart player, but that's a screen that Ottinger didn't pick the puck up. And the Oilers are up 3-0.
And this crowd is in total stunned silence. Time 5:09, 5-on-5 goal. Philip Broberg, who has 2 goals in the 81 regular season games he's played for Edmonton, has his first Stanley Cup playoff goal. And what were we told when Broberg returned to the Edmonton Oilers? He came down to Bakersfield as one guy. He left as an entirely different one. You talked with the Condors coaching staff, and they said, this guy has a certain swagger. This time we feel he's ready. Well, he parachutes into Game 4 of the Western Conference Final and scores a big goal in Game 5.
Keep pushing if you're Edmonton. Don't sit back. They're going to have to open the game up even more. And the Oilers had 4-0 scoring chances off the rush jack in the first period.
Dallas has 5 shots, Bob. I mean, if they've opened it up, they've got to open it up a lot more than what they're opening. Here's Matt Duchene weaving his way in. The puck nestles at the side of the net. Skinner will cover that with no problem. 5:28 gone in the second period, and Edmonton has tacked on 2 more goals here in the second period after the 1-0 lead established by the first of 2 Nugent Hopkins power play goals. That's been backed up by Broberg, and now Edmonton seemingly in command of Game 5. How will they deal with prosperity? That's what we're going to find out over the intervening 34 minutes. We've got Draisaitl against Jamie Benn. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Draisaitl and Benn, and this time it's Benn who's going to be chased out. Replaced by Wyatt Johnston.
There's a 47% man. Benn, of course, 63%.
Draisaitl wins the face-off easily up the left-hand side. McLeod, one touch on to Corey Perry. He'll snap it off the end boards to get a play off the boards and into the slot, covered by Ottinger. And we'll have a face-off coming to Jake Ottinger's right-hand side. And Corey Perry looked like he knew exactly where that puck was going to bounce.
Absolutely. You think he's played here before?
Well, that's what I mean.
And he wanted the draw. He wanted the offensive zone draw, force Ottinger to play, and then he gave him a little bit of a snow shower. Nothing too much, but enough to draw a little bit of the aggro.
That's what I'm getting at. What about the IQ? I mean, you've had Enrique and Perry parachute into this series, and that's what, 2,200 games?
Yeah.
Coming off your bench into a series.
Deeper team. McLeod looks like a different player.
Off the draw, by the way, Nurse's shot deflects out of play. Edmonton will do it again to the right of Jake Ottinger, who at home this season in the Stanley Cup playoffs not only had the record of 4-5, but a save percentage sub 900. And he stopped only 9 of 12 tonight. Even I can tell you that's 750. Off the draw, Dallas wheels it out, up the left-hand side, Draisaitl with a giveaway. Stars into the offensive zone. Stankoven weakly spun it wide. Oilers came up with it. Draisaitl plays it back behind his own net for Darnell Nurse. He'll shovel it up the boards. Heiskanen at center ice. A drop-off by Johnston. And then worked ahead. Nurse comes in for the hit, and Kulak back to collect for Edmonton. Oilers a little bit late on this change. Kulak held the puck an extra second to allow it to fully formulate. And now Dallas will break out. Down the left-hand side to Donov. Tried to center. Broken up by Broberg. Poised as can be. Janmark up the left-hand side for Connor Brown. Right to left. Hacked away from Sam Carrick at center ice. On the move is Dellandrea. They'll shovel it into the corner, and now we've got a whistle as Dallas will be signaled for offside. We're live at the American Airlines Center from our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. We're high above, and Edmonton right now feeling it. 3-0. Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. Our live coverage continues in just a moment. The Oilers Radio Network.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores!
Hey, Edmonton. Rogers wants you to stay connected to your Edmonton Oilers.
Connor McDavid! Fantastic!
Catch every goal on Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network with Rogers 5G mobile plans. To learn more, visit rogers.com/5G. That's rogers.com/5G.
Going back to school can be as scary as taking the winning shot, but it doesn't have to be. Score a great future with Northern Lakes College and supported distance learning. NLC knows that students need attention, support, and the synergy between instructors and peers to keep motivated and connected. They are here to help you meet all your goals and cheer you on. Because at Northern Lakes College, they count their success one student at a time. northernlakescollege.ca.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers have scored the last 8 goals of this Western Conference Final. The last 5 of Game 4 to win it 5-2, and the first 3 of Game 5 to take a 3-0 lead, approaching the midway point of this pivotal Game 5. With an opportunity to perhaps close it out at home on Sunday night, 6 Mountain, right here on the Oilers Radio Network. Long way to go, 33 minutes left. Here's McDavid with a giveaway. Sagan nudged it toward the net, and Skinner able to pull it into his chest with 12:55 to go in the second period. Dallas not creating a great deal on its own. That's just the 6th shot on goal credited to the Stars, and that was more of a nudge than a shot.
Well, it's about managing the puck and playing smart right now.
And Edmonton a little sloppy there.
Yep.
But the Oilers closed out. I thought the third period on Wednesday night night, Bob, was, kind of a bit of a recipe, a bit of a blueprint for playing with a lead because the Oilers did not sit back. Off the face-off, Mason Marchment put it in the corner, wedged out by Broberg, shot in by McLeod, recovered by Duchesne, and now Dallas moves up ice. Thomas Harley sees Marchment backhanded in. Skinner takes a peek up the left-hand side. Draisaitl closed out by Marchment. Tries the right-hand side, curled off the boards and out by Corey Perry, who we thought might be significantly hobbled for the remainder of the game, but no, all of a sudden he's over the boards and back on the ice. He had a really good game 4. His line had the better of chances 7-2. And he had an assist to get himself on the score sheet in this Stanley Cup playoffs. Off a dump in by Dallas, it's Draisaitl to Broberg to McLeod over the line. Perry stripped to the puck by Marchment. Cross ice, Harley scoops it up, gives it back. Wrist shot coming, and that was deflected away. Duchesne could not thread it through against Brett Kulak, who's playing the right side again for the second straight game, but only spent a few shifts there during the entire regular season. Ryan Suter hammers one toward the side of the net, never reached Sam Steele. The Oilers tried to reverse. McLeod put it into an area where Steele was still located, but eventually it's punch-free by Draisaitl and skated out of danger by Kulak. He'll send it off the glass for Dylan Holloway. He got popped by Petrovic, and now coming off the boards is Dadonov. Sam Steele over the line. Rope Hintz bouncing puck. He's checked by Ekholm. Loose and along the right half boards, it's grabbed by Ekholm. He'll swing it back behind. Darnell Nurse gives it right back to Ekholm. He'll fire a pass up to Henrique with Evander Kane. They'll shoot it in. Henrique and Kane hooked up with Philip Broberg for the third goal of this hockey game. Kane can't contain down low on the end boards. Delandria ahead for Stankov, and he'll dump and chase. Pursue it himself with Johnston and Ben as two line mates as Dallas completes a change. A clear by Ekholm, and Nugent Hopkins with 2 power play goals to his credit already with a clear back to center. Fired back in by Heiskanen and immediately sent up ice by Ekholm to McDavid. Over the line, left wing Nugent Hopkins. Spin move. He's wide open all of a sudden. Shoots! Loose in front. Poked by Ottinger away from both Hyman and McDavid. That puck for a moment just sitting there. Broberg. Nugent Hopkins spun his man beneath the ice surface, I believe. Broberg, right side. Hyman tried to center. That was tipped. McDavid, sharp angle shot, hit the side of the net. A second chance, checked by Harley. Midway point of Game 5. 10 minutes to play, second period. Edmonton 3, Dallas no score. Crowd lifeless. Stars not showing much energy and guilty of an icing call here up the left-hand boards. 9:54 to go in the second period. Edmonton 3, Dallas nothing. My partner making calls from 800 feet, but the officials...
And it is 800 feet. They've done a good job so far. We haven't talked a lot about the officials in this series. You're down to the final 4. These are 2 pretty good teams. Game 1, the calls were 5-1 for Dallas. Probably, if you're an Oilers partisan, maybe thinking it should have been 4-2.
Edmonton won the game in OT. Dallas won the next 2. Oilers evened it with a comfort behind win in Game 4. Now they're up 3-0, and McLeod and Perry off the draw. Controlled down low with Leon Draisaitl, checked by Harley. From the right corner, it's Corey Perry. Fires, and that shot deflects out of play. And with 9:39 to go in the second period, Edmonton has played half of Game 4, Game 5 of this Western Conference Final, and the Oilers have permitted the Stars exactly 6 shots on net. It's been a clinic, folks. We're back to the Lone Star State in just a moment. Nugent Hopkins with a pair. Philip Broberg with another. It's Edmonton 3. It's Dallas nothing. Game 5 of the West Final. Back with live coverage in just a moment. The Oilers Radio Network.
Honey, I overloaded the washing machine and there's a mini waterfall pouring through the basement room.
We'll fix it. Don't worry, babe.
And I might have horribly shrunk your lucky jersey.
Ow!
Life happens. Access Insurance can help. The save of the game is brought to you by Access Insurance. When Albertans need it most, they know they can count on the Access Insurance team for a huge save. It's easy to switch and save. Check out their Google reviews.
Visit AccessInsuranceGroup.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton Airport. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, you can always enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options or try your luck at off-track betting. And now you can feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Century Casino has it all. Come for the action, stay for the fun.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent, featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, resort-like amenities, and breathtaking views. Situated in the heart of Ice District, Sky is the address for socializing, dining, entertainment, and fun. A building like no other in a location like no other. Visit SkySignatureSuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Last 85 minutes of this series, Edmonton 8, Dallas nothing, 3-0 in Game 5 of this West Final, and Leon Draisaitl wins the faceoff cleanly back to Darnell Nurse. Left point shot broke the stick of Matt Duchene in half, so he sends it down low for Leon Draisaitl. Duchene out to get a new stick. Long change, and Dallas ducks out of it. Lead pass, Marchment to Duchene, ahead to Cristana. Playing despite being backed up, and brought in by Duchene. Rolled it toward the Edmonton net, then stole it from Kulak, trying to clear. Ryan McLeod tripped up, penalty against Dallas's Duchene. Oilers back on the man advantage, where they're already 2 for 2 tonight. McLeod coming back into the lineup for Game 4, scored a goal. Now he's drawn a penalty here in Game 5. Oilers with a 2-minute tripping call against Duchene.
Massive kill for Dallas here. Great opportunity for Edmonton.
Nugent Hopkins has scored both power play goals. Edmonton trying to go 3 for 3 on the man advantage. Neither team had scored a power play goal in this series prior to tonight. Nugent Hopkins having another big moment in the Stanley Cup playoffs. His 13th season with the team, by far the longest tenured Oiler. Draisaitl wins the face-off. Evan Bouchard, high slot, rolls it back. Nugent Hopkins fires, block shot. Stars fight after it. Dellandrea forces it back inside the Edmonton blue line. Before the game today, Leon Draisaitl said Ryan Nugent Hopkins is probably the coach's favorite player. Someone asked him if Leon was. Leon says, certainly not. His teammates respect him, and Nugent Hopkins a big reason why Edmonton up in Game 5. McDavid in from the left side. Bouchard gives it back to McDavid. Left face-off circle. Centering pass off the skate of Hyman, and that eluded Bouchard. And the Atco power play, 2 for 2 tonight. We'll have to reload. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. Steps in. Slips one down low. Draisaitl tried to backhand it in front. And the Stars will pound it up the right-hand side. And out Sagan doing the honors. Skinner will leave it for Bouchard. Minute 5 on the penalty to Duchene for tripping Ryan McLeod about 165 feet away from his own net. Here's Draisaitl in across the line. Hyman looking for Draisaitl. He'll get back on the puck. Give it up for Bouchard. Rolls it over to Connor McDavid. Tried to cross it over to Draisaitl, deflected out towards center. 7:45 to go in the period. McDavid walks it back in. Hyman left circle, beautiful drag move around Hartley to the net, and a save made by Jake Ottinger. Probably the best one he's made tonight. I mean, he had not given the Stars a big save at all this evening until that one on Zach Hyman. 7:40 to go in the period, and the Oilers go to the second unit with 34 seconds left in their Atco power play, leading 3-0 here in Game 5. McLeod between Kane and Corey Perry, Ekholm and Nurse. Unable to come up with a draw, Jamie Benn fires it down the ice for Dallas. Nurse will have time for one last rush. The Stars have mustered just 6 shots on net through 33 minutes of Game 5. Here's McLeod. Back to the point for Darnell Nurse. Wires a pass across to Kane. One-timer Ekholm and a save made. Ottinger rebound in the clutches of Chris Tanev, and he'll send one skipping through the middle, and that will do it for the Oiler power play. 2 for 3 tonight. Darnell Nurse will backhand it up to Ryan McLeod. Now Nurse on his forehand, looks up ice, finds Evander Kane. He'll pop it behind the Dallas defense. Heiskanen on it, but Corey Perry burrows his way through 2 stars, leaves it for Kane behind the net. Sam Steele got inside him and drives it up the left-hand side. He's through traffic and will chip it in from center. After it, Philip Broberg glides over like a seasoned pro, hands off to Cody Ceci. Right-hand side, he missed Connor Brown, and that will be an icing call against the Oilers. Brown unable to get a touch on that puck with 6:32 remaining in the second period. Dallas will get an offensive zone draw. The Stars have been outshot 15-6. They trail game 5, 3-0.
Corey Perry almost deflected that puck home. He was the net front. Ottinger fought it off on the long-range bomber. Big draw here for Henrique against Hintz.
Ekholm took the shot. Perry trying to set a screen there and get a touch. Henrique wins the face-off. Ceci up to Brown. And is able to put enough touch on it that Heiskanen has to drift back and make a play on it for Dallas. Eluding Brown, Heiskanen swiftly through the neutral zone to Tyler Seguin. Tried to give it up for Hintz. Got it back. Shot redirected and ricocheted wide. Jason Robertson down low for Hintz. Henrique engaged. Seguin sealed by Broberg and Ceci up. The right-hand side for Dylan Holloway. He'll backhand it in. Dallas has 2 shots in this second period in 14 minutes. Harley, left-hand side. Rope Hintz. Drop pass. It's Robertson to Seguin. His wobbler sails wide. Rebound off to Holloway. Backhands it ahead, looking for Zach Hyman. Closing quickly is Harley. Forced back to the Edmonton blue line. Nurse will serve it up for Kulak. And down the right-hand side, it's played by Holloway, smartly down deep. Made sure to get a touch on that puck and avoid icing. Chris Tanev for Dallas. Turned it over at center ice. Nugent Hopkins already with a pair of goals ahead to McDavid. Change of pace to the net on his backhand. He'll drive behind, give it up. Ekholm whacks it wide. Rebound for Zach Hyman. Tanev got the first touch. Bouchard tried to stuff it in front, deflected away from Nugent Hopkins. Gobbled up by McDavid. A seam, a shot, and that was blocked. Rebound sent up the Stars boards, but not out. Ekholm able to freeze it and work it down low for Hyman on his backhand. Poke checked off the stick, and out of the fray comes Thomas Harley. He'll give it up for Chris Tanev. He skates it to the red line. Got it as far as Ekholm, but that's all. Ahead for Connor McDavid. He's got a step. Left circle, back door, and Hyman just out of his reach. Otherwise, it was an empty net tap in. Mason Marchment, beautiful move down the seam, and closing quickly is Ekholm to deny a scoring chance. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. A pass up to Leon Draisaitl, left wing. Tried to center. Ryan Suter got the arm extended on Draisaitl's shoulder. It came free to Mason Marchment, and he'll pop it back to center ice for Joe Pavelski. Casually dumps it in, and he'll change. Sam Steele on the puck for Dallas. One-timer Heiskanen wide of Stuart Skinner. 4 minutes to play in the second period. Edmonton 3, Dallas no score. Series tied at 2 games apiece. Edmonton, with a win tonight, could close it out Sunday evening at home, 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you, Game 6 at Rogers Place. It's Cody Ceci to Ryan McLeod. He'll bump it behind the Dallas defense. That'll be scooped up by Suter. He'll angle a puck up the right-hand boards for Ty Dellandrea. Belted by Nurse. Dropped in his tracks. No penalty called. It was a clean hit. Flipped in by Adam Henrique. Holloway in pursuit. Takes it off the glass. Shot Evander Kane. Snared by Jake Ottinger. 3:29 to go in the second period. Edmonton putting on a display tonight in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. A display worthy of a team in the Final Four. A display worthy of a team now 2 wins away from an appearance in the Stanley Cup Final. 3:29 to play in period 2. Edmonton 3-0 in Game 5. We'll be back in just a moment. The Oilers Radio Network.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And I'm Zach Hyman. And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes or having my goals disallowed, we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling. You know, guys used to call me a plumber. And now they call you an AC repairman.
Nice. Hey, guys, you're not here to fix air conditioners. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh.
Well,
okay. Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
Dallas Mavericks in the house tonight, one night after clinching a berth in the NBA Finals opposite the Boston Celtics. They just blew out Minnesota last night in Minneapolis. And that's by far the loudest cheer of the night here inside American Airlines Center. Edmonton has ensured there'd be no energy inside this building with its best performance of the playoffs thus far tonight. A one-timer by Ben and a save made by Stuart Skinner, his 7th of the night. That's right, Dallas just 7 shots. Stars with a chance. A wrister from the point was blocked. The rebound picked up by Nurse. Janmark spun around, was still able to boot it back to center. Alex Petrovic gives way to Wyatt Johnston. High slot, top of the circle. Shot, doesn't make it through. Rebound loose. Stankoven, and he's drawn a penalty. Penalty coming against Edmonton. A centering pass and great work by Janmark to tie up the stick of Jamie Benn. But now the holding call will be executed, and I think it's Brett Kulak, the guilty party, at 17-16 to period 2.
Number 27, 2 minutes for holding.
It happens because the line of Carrick, Janmark, and Brown had 3 chances to get the puck up the ice and didn't. They failed. So now a huge chill for the Oilers. Up 3-0 here in the final 3 minutes of period number 2.
Well, if there's a unit you want on the ice in this situation, it's your penalty killing unit. Because you've wiped out 24 in a row.
They're going to try Sagan here against Henrique.
Henrique out there with Nugent Hopkins, Ekholm, and Ceci. Napa Auto Parts penalty kill. Almost 94% of the postseason. A shot redirected. What a save made by Skinner. Good high slot tip by Sagan. But Skinner was able to pin it underneath his left arm. One of his toughest saves of the night, to be sure. That was a good tip by Sagan.
Clean face-off win. And now Duchesne's going to go. Well, they're moving. They got 3 center options here.
With Pavelski, the other one. Henrique won this one. Ekholm guided it back to Ceci, but he was erased by a check from Pavelski, who winds it around to Tyler Sagan. On the right half boards, wrestled free by Nugent Hopkins. Sagan got back on it, centering pass, and then fanning on it Pavelski. He's just had a tough playoffs. That's the second time he's blown a scoring opportunity in this game. Pavelski to Stankoven. He'll kick it back to Heiskanen. Stankoven, left circle, down low, centering pass blocked by Elko. Brilliant work. And Ceci will hammer it up the right-hand boards. 2 minutes to go in the second period. $1:15 left in the penalty to Brett Kulak. It's a Napa Auto Parts penalty kill for Edmonton. Dallas in the series 0 for 10. Rope Hintz in over the line. Jason Robertson getting worked over by Brown. The puck came free. The Oilers did not get it out. Reaching is Janmark. Robertson kept it alive. Johnston to Heiskanen. Robertson right face-off circle. Doesn't pull the trigger. Heiskanen does. Save Skinner. Rebound Hintz. Kept it alive. Backhanded wide by Jamie Benn. Hintz falling down. Will give it up. Crowd screaming for a call. None forthcoming. Heiskanen dishes off. Ben, cross ice. Robertson, the pass was off the mark. Couldn't one-time it. Gives it back to Heiskanen. Robertson, right face-off circle, down low in front. One-timer, what a save by Stuart Skinner against Wyatt Johnston. He rubbed him from point-blank range. And the Oilers negotiate the penalty kill inside 20 seconds. Stars desperate, trailing 3-0, trying to get on the board. Late in period 2 of Game 5, 1 minute to go. Oilers looking to take a 3-2 series lead. Here's Thomas Harley. Power play is at 5 seconds. Harley has to hurry. Down low, behind the net, Sam Steele. Harley chips it out. Robertson loads, fires wide. Rebound, Edmonton. Losing it at his feet was Ekholm. Cece on it. Out of the box. And up the right-hand side, Kulak, the man freed from the sin bin, deflects it out of play with 34 seconds to go. Yet another kill for Edmonton. And that ties a club record established by the 1998 club that beat Colorado, then lost to Dallas in the second round of the playoffs. 25 in a row for the Napa Auto Parts penalty killing unit.
Well, that Colorado team had Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg, as well as Patrick Waugh. Curtis Joseph stopped 92 of 93 shots in the final 3 games last series.
Back-to-back shutouts in 6 and 7, right?
100%.
Shoveled through the middle. Oilers laid it up. Leon Draisaitl lobs it behind the Dallas defense. 20 seconds to go in the second period. Edmonton has allowed Dallas a minuscule total of 10 shots. The Stars get it in deep. They've got to be desperate now. Marchment pulls free. Draisaitl checks him against the end boards. Bouchard got inside. Wyatt Johnston. Hyman closing quickly. He's going to freeze the final remaining seconds off the clock. And Edmonton is 20 minutes away from being in position to close out the Western Conference Final and advance to the Stanley Cup Final on Sunday night back in Edmonton. A 6 Mountain Time start at Rogers Place. You're not there yet. You've got 20 minutes to work. Edmonton 3, Dallas 0. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins 2 power play goals. Broberg a blast off a face-off win by Evander Kane. Bob, through 40 minutes, I'm not sure the Oilers could play much better.
Now, here's the key. They had a couple opportunities in around the net. They're going to get some chances. Dallas has switched their forecheck. Think of how passive their forecheck was at the start of this game, Jack. And I know we're wondering a bit. We're going to see what kind of juice Dallas has left here in the third period because they're down by 3 at home in Game 5.
Stars have not shown anything the last 3 periods. Nothing.
Right.
I mean, and they were outplayed, badly in the second period of the game. Yeah. I mean, you could make an argument the last 4 periods have not been close. Edmonton has to do what it did on Wednesday night when they stayed on their toes and made Dallas go 200 feet.
The other thing is, so they were passive to start the game in the forecheck. They started inserting themselves a little bit more aggressively on the forecheck as the period wore on. You know that. Here's the thing. You got to get pucks out when you have a chance. Think of how the penalty happens. The penalty happens.
You got to look to break it out quick.
Because Carrick had 2 chances to get it out. Brown had a chance on the wall. They did a good job sealing it. Even Janmark, who's been a very steady player. You need to fight through that and ensure that if you get pucks out with the way they're forechecking and the way they're pinching,
you're going to get 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s.
You're going to get odd man breaks. So we'll see what sort of juice, Jack, the Oilers bring in the third period.
Might be one of the most important periods for the Dallas Stars because it was not too long ago that 5 minutes into Game 4, the Stars had a 2-0 lead and appeared poised to take a 3-1 series lead back to home ice with a chance to close Edmonton out tonight. Instead, the Oilers, in the last 90 minutes of this series, have completely taken over. They've outshot the Stars handily, and they've outscored them, more importantly, 8-0. 2 power play goals tonight for Nugent-Hopkins, a Broberg 5-on-5 goal, Edmonton 3, Dallas no score through 40 minutes of play. It's closing time. If you're a Semisonic fan, you know the song. You know the tune the Oilers will hope to play for the Dallas Stars for the next 20 minutes of game action. Reed and Rob await patiently. Edmonton 3, Dallas no score. This is Game 5 of the Western Conference Final from the American Airlines Center and our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. The Oilers Radio Network.
Ready
to score big on your outdoor space? It's game time with Park Landscaping. Transform your backyard into a winning arena with Park Landscaping's expert team. From design to maintenance of lush lawns and state-of-the-art synthetic turf to inviting pools and captivating water features, Park Landscaping will make your outdoor space the MVP. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with Park Landscaping. Call 780-486-2744 today or email info@parklandscaping.ca.
It's our YEG with 630 Chad.
Experience ridiculous mayhem in the dirt at Annihilation Night, June 15th at Rad Torque Raceway. An evening where anything goes. For your chance to win tickets, visit 630ched.com. Then discover emerging artists while savoring delicious delights as Nuova Vocal Arts celebrates their 25th anniversary with a variety of shows, experiences, and festivals. Tickets and details at nuovavocalarts.ca.
For details on these and more events, visit 630ched.com. At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
And Holloway and win the faceoff. Guided back to Broberg. He shoots and scores. Dylan Broberg with his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. 3-0 Edmonton.
Well, Broberg letting one fly to take you to the highlight zone for Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winter zone. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has 2 power play goals, and the Oilers lead the Stars 3-0 after 2 periods in Game 5. Rob Brown joins me. We're at the Intermission for End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. Well, Rob, we talked before the game that the Oilers' power play overdue. It's 2 for 3 tonight, and the PK is now up to 25 straight kills.
Well, when it goes to the power play, I've talked to people. They said there's some concern. I'm worried about the power play. It's not producing. I'm like, well, you get concerned when you don't get chances. You get concerned if you're not getting opportunities. The Oilers were getting chances. They had one they thought was going in. They hit a stick. They had a couple good looks. The Dallas Stars weren't taking penalties, and the Oilers just weren't getting any puck luck on the power play. Well, tonight they did, and they earned the goals that they got. Good movement, moving the puck around, good entries. You're playing with fire when you take penalties against the Edmonton Oilers. They can come up and bite you at any point. And tonight they bit the Dallas Stars twice and opened this game up. As for the penalty killing, for the longest time, you always talk the best penalty killers have got to be your goaltender. But for the majority of this penalty killing run, it hasn't been on the goaltending. They haven't given up chances. And they continue to keep pucks on the outside, win faceoff, ice the puck, not allow easy access. Well, the last power play was finally one where Dallas got chances, and they killed it off on the back of their goaltender. The Dallas Stars finally got the puck in the offensive zone. They moved it around. Stuart Skinner with a couple big saves. And I know it's a 3-0 lead and only would have cut it to 3-1, but that would have been a big confidence boost if the Dallas Stars were able to score a goal and only be down 2 going into the third period. There is a huge difference sitting in a dressing room knowing you need 3 as opposed to knowing you need 2. So Stuart Skinner and the penalty killing, great job at the end of the period to give the Edmonton Oilers a nice 3-goal cushion going into the third.
Yeah, well, that one save especially on Johnston on the power play, and that was a rare occasion, Rob. The Stars actually set up a play where they could make 2 or 3 passes in a row to get the shot that they wanted.
Well, the reason they get the play there is because they finally had time and they made a couple quality passes. And when they got the quality passes, now they could calm things down. Penalty killers look for bobbles. They look for guys with their back to them, and then they attack. The Dallas Stars finally got some control over the puck, made 2 good plays, and now that forces the penalty killers to be a little more passive. And that's what happened on that one. Dallas finally, for the first time probably in this series, they were able to create an opportunity with a set play. And just think about it. This is a Dallas team that is very good. It's got a ton of talent. Their power play is good, and they haven't had a look on any of their power plays up until that one. So huge penalty kill, nice saves by Stuart Skinner. And the Oilers have set themselves up where they win a period. They get to go home with a chance to eliminate a team and move on to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Corey Perry did return, Rob. We talked about him after the first period. He took that big hit from Joe Pavelski, so good to see him back in the game. And shots are 15-10 Edmonton. They're not giving up a lot. I mean, you mentioned Skinner definitely has been there when he needed, but I think nothing short of excellent defending and desperate when you need to be, right? Like guys fighting to get the puck at the blue line. That extra bit of energy or whatever you want to call it to get that stick in a shooting lane. This is a very committed performance by the Oilers so far tonight.
Well, it is, and it's a team that understood that they were not going to go anywhere this year or any of the past years unless they learned how to play good defensive hockey. They're doing that. And I think when they won 16 in a row this year, it was on the back of good defensive hockey. Was it 13 in a row with 2 goals or less? And all of a sudden you start looking at the results. Okay, we can win 3-2 games. And when we do that, we win consistently. So they've played well in the playoffs. There's been very few times where the Dallas Stars have had an uncontested opportunity on the net. There's a stick on them. There's someone in the shooting lane, someone in the passing lane. There's someone from behind with back pressure. This has been a committed group. They understand that scoring goals is fun and winning 7-5 is fantastic in the regular season. But if you want to win in the playoffs and beat good teams like Dallas or the Rangers or Vancouver or LA or Florida or the Rangers, you've got to be able to win a 3-2 game. You've got to be able to weather a storm where the other opposition goaltender stands on his head. So to do that, make sure you keep everything down defensively. And the Oilers have been excellent. And top to bottom, Reed, there are no passengers in this game tonight. The Edmonton Oilers from top to bottom have been very good.
Rob, I'm just seeing this on social media, so there's no way for me to confirm this as we're sitting here, but I don't mind bringing it up because it's a fun story, and if it's not entirely true, it's still fun to talk about. Apparently there was a wedding at the watch party outside.
Well, is it too late to talk to that couple? No, just kidding. That's fantastic.
Looks like they were up on a balcony above the watch party.
There are some very diehard Oiler fans that would have no other place where they would want to have their wedding than with 18,000 of their closest Oiler friends and celebrate it in style. So the only thing now that the Oilers can do for a wedding present is to win them a hockey game.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Nugent Hopkins with 2. Broberg, his first career playoff point as he got the third goal. 3-0 Edmonton through 40 minutes. We'll check your out-of-town scoreboard when we get back. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
There's only one line of trucks that's outsold all others for 58 years. Only one with the available Power Boost hybrid engine on select models that delivers performance and efficiency. It's the truck that all others are measured by. You know the one. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Right now, lease the 2024 F-150 STX with black appearance package at 2.49% APR for up to 24 months with $4,800 down. That's just $228 bi-weekly. Visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca for details.
Proudly headquartered in Edmonton, Capital Power is powering change by changing power. Be part of the energy and join Capital Power in cheering on our Edmonton Oilers. From Ice District and across oil country as they chase another championship banner. Visit capitalpower.com to learn about how they're delivering reliable and affordable power for communities today and creating innovative solutions for a clean electricity future.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. BC Premier David Eby is saying, quote, good riddance to one of Canada's most notorious serial killers. Eby says his first thought went out to the families of Robert Pickton's victims after hearing that he had died in hospital nearly 2 weeks after being assaulted in a maximum security prison in Quebec. A 51-year-old inmate has been arrested in the case. Pickton once bragged to an undercover officer that he had killed 49 women. Vancouver police have arrested 14 people at a protest by pro-Palestinian demonstrators who were blocking the Canadian National Railway lines and refused to move. Those taken in could face charges of mischief and obstruction. And Mike Tyson's fight with Jake Paul has been postponed. They were scheduled to meet July 20th in Texas, but Tyson fell ill on a flight from Miami to LA last weekend. Tyson's camp attributed the episode to an ulcer problem, saying doctors advised him to lay off heavy training for a few weeks. A new date for the fight is expected to be announced next week. News on demand at 630ched.com.
Hockey fans, with a spotless reputation, Scandinavian Building Services is responsible for keeping over 70 million square feet of space clean and safe every day. With over 65 years in the industry, no cleaning challenge is too big or too small. From national retailers and commercial spaces to small offices and entertainment centers like Rogers Place, let Scandinavian take the worry off your cleaning program. Visit Scandinavian.ca to learn more. Scandinavian Building Services. Our reputation is spotless.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
The Brick and the Edmonton Oilers both started right here in Edmonton back in the 70s. And we know nothing is more exciting than playoff hockey. We're next to you in the stands, painted blue and orange, cheering our hearts out. And when we're not there, we're in our stores, making sure you have everything you need to cheer them on in your home. We're proud of this city and its rich sports history. The Brick, supporting the Edmonton Oilers and fans right from the beginning. Let's go, Oilers.
The Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Brian Nugent-Hopkins has scored twice tonight, both on the power play. Fitting that he does so, as after the morning skate, Leon Draisaitl gave the Nuge some love.
So valuable, right, in every facet of the game. He touches every part of the game. I don't know, have you guys ever seen him make a mistake? I really haven't. So he's just such a smart, good hockey player, and I think he's probably a coach's favorite player in the world, I would say.
More so than you and Connor.
Probably, yeah. Oh, certainly me, yeah.
All right, Leon, I'm sure thrilled that Nuge has two tonight as the Oilers are up 3-0. Let's check the scoreboard for Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Saginaw blowing out Moose Jaw 7-1 in the Memorial Cup semifinal. So Saginaw and London will play for the title on Sunday. The Blue Jays and Pirates are 3-3 in the top of the 13th in Toronto. It was 1-1 after 9. They exchanged singles in the 11th and then in the 12th. So they play on into the 13th. Canadian Open, Ryan Fox and Robert McIntyre tied for the lead at 10 under. Edmonton's Will Bateman is tied for 13th at 4 under. All right, the Oilers have a 3-0 lead on the Stars. Heading to the third period, Jack and Bob will tell the tale. Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the Intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit HeavyMetalEquipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
As the excitement heats up on the ice, why not heat things up at home too with Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. There's no better pairing for hockey than hot, delicious pizza delivered right to your door. So whether you're cheering from the arena or your living room, make sure you've got Pizza 73 on your team. Order now and fuel your playoff passion with the perfect pie. Remember, on game nights, don't just watch, deliver with Pizza 73.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Just an absolute clinic for 40 minutes, but hockey's a 60-minute game. Edmonton needs a solid period to close this one out. The Oilers have throttled Dallas thus far tonight, out-shooting them 15-10 and taking a 3-0 lead on power play goals from Nugent Hopkins, a pair, and Philip Broberg, the only even-strength goal tonight. Third period underway. McDavid wins the opening face-off from Wyatt Johnston, and the Oilers immediately apply pressure here to open the third. Zach Hyman on the cycle, nudged in front, and Ottinger able to make a juggling save on the man who has 13 playoff goals and 27 as an Oiler in 44 playoff games. Zach Hyman, 3-0 Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins with one in the first, another in the second, and Broberg able to follow up Nugent Hopkins' second goal 4 minutes thereafter. Edmonton has maintained a 3-0 lead over the last 15 minutes. McDavid wins the face-off to the left of Ottinger. Bouchard stop. McDavid backdoor and a backhander sifted wide. Good chance that time for Zach Hyman. Couldn't finish. Bouchard back down low. Nugent Hopkins and Hyman working to extract. Chris Tanev can't make a play on it. It's McDavid behind the net. Ottinger takes a look. Here's Nugent Hopkins, back to Evan Bouchard. He waits, he delivers a pass down low. Pete DeBoer has been to 6 conference finals in his long and distinguished career as a National Hockey League head coach, but he's lost the last 4. Here's McLeod shooting low glove and a save off the rush by Ottinger against McLeod. Opening minute, again, hard to take issue with what Edmonton did in that first minute. Immediate pressure on Dallas, and the Stars have been nowhere near center ice, let alone the Oiler goal.
Kind of like what McLeod did there. Just put it to the net, force the face-off in the O-zone.
3 quick shots in the first minute of this third period for Edmonton, 18 for the game. Leon Draisaitl lost the face-off to Roope Hintz. Heiskanen gets it back from Tyler Seguin from center ice. Stars' third conference final in the last 5 years. They're a proud team. I would expect a push here in the third period. We have not seen it through 2. Best chance was on the power play. Johnston stopped by Skinner. Here's Darnell Nurse, left to right over the line. Didn't see McLeod as his sidecar, and the play kind of dies. Heiskanen floats one into the offensive zone. After it, Thomas Harley immediately sent by Nurse back to the red line. Miro Heiskanen forced to give ground by Draisaitl, who peels off on a line change. Game 6 will be Sunday night in Edmonton. It's a 6 o'clock local time start at Rogers Place, and you can bet that crowd will come to party if this score holds. Here's Evgeny Dadonov. He'll shovel it around the boards. Ryan Suter beaten to the puck by Kane. Marchment in front. Quick shot juggled against Suter by Skinner. And the rebound comes free to Cody Ceci. Oilers first on pucks all night. And mustering a clear as Holloway. Now through the neutral zone is Adam Henrique. Suter weakly back to center. Here's Matt Duchene in over the line, right wing. Over pursuing that time was Bouchard, but he got bailed out by Ceci, who's had a strong game. But then again, who hasn't for the Edmonton Oilers tonight? Suter will send it in deep. Bouchard quarterbacking. Edmonton a leisurely line change with 2.5 gone by in the third period, and the Oilers leading game 5, 3-0. Bouchard to Brown, spilled deep into the Dallas zone. Carrick will finish his check with a hard shot on Chris Tanev. And here's Connor Brown, left circle, fires in front. Carrick could not get a stick on that one. Janmark maintained the zone. Brown to Carrick, deep right corner. He'll take it behind the net. Checked by Esa Lindell, thrust off balance. Lindell broke his stick, soccered it up to Sam Steele, and the Stars will bust out right to left. Oh, it's a broken skate, not a stick. That's his skate blade, and he's got a long way to go to get to the Edmonton bench, and no one on Dallas about to help him. And finally pounded down the ice. Yeah, Carrick didn't have a skate blade. I thought it was a stick, but it's actually, you could see his blade on the ice. He manages to work his way to the bench. And he'll get equipment repairs.
Well, the other thing that happens here,
faceoff will come back in the Edmonton zone. Brad Harrison working on new blades for Sam Carrick. Face-off right side of Stuart Skinner.
It's a tough draw here for Leon against Ben.
3 Oilers stacked in the slot. Draisaitl won the draw. Darnell Nurse up the left-hand side. McLeod tried to seal the half boards, held in by Stankoven. Quick shot right circle. Heiskanen did not get it through. Centering pass bounced off Stankoven to Jamie Benn. Now Wyatt Johnston behind the Edmonton net. Comes out in front. Shot deflected away. Stankoven in the right circle. Weaving his way back up through the high slot. Then back to Benn. Inside to Johnston. Curling behind the net. Back to West. Save. Stuart Skinner pushed across and made a tremendous save. Point blank on Stankoven. Dallas, good pressure, but Edmonton eventually able to wallop that puck down the right-hand side, and Heiskanen will scoop for Dallas. Stuart Skinner's made a couple of big saves in the slot here. Late in the second and now early in the third. Punched forward by Hintz and speared by Skinner with 4 minutes gone by in the third period. Logan Stankoven denied on the doorstep. The setup from Wyatt Johnston, and Skinner flashed out the left pad and made a tremendous skate save on Logan Stankoven.
Oilers had 3 guys low in support, and they threaded the needle. And Skinner robbed him.
Stankoven was leading the American Hockey League in scoring at the time of his call-up to Dallas, and he played so well, the Stars never returned him. Maverick Bourque, his teammate, went on to lead the American Hockey League in scoring, and he could be an option for the Stars in Game 6 up in Edmonton. He took warm-up in Game 2. We thought he might play then. Up the right-hand side. Tyler Seguin struggles to maintain the offensive zone for Dallas. He can't. Backing his way out is Nugent Hopkins. He of the 2 goals tonight. Hyman slashing away and ultimately muscling the puck inside the Dallas line. Crowd growing restless. The Stars have been stifled. They trail 3-0. Tanev to Tyler Seguin. He banks it in. Matthias Ekholm over to handle it for the Oilers. Enrique could not get it out. Slid back to Suter. Left wing shot. Wide short side. Skinner will give it up to Bouchard. Right-hand side. And Enrique up to Dylan Holloway. Right wing wrist shot. Save Ottinger. And he'll freeze it with 5 minutes gone by in the third period. And Edmonton holding a 3-0 lead. Looking to go to 6-3 on the road in the playoffs. And more importantly, climb within 1 win of its first appearance in the Stanley Cup Final in 18 years.
Smart play there by Holloway. Just drifts one on goal.
Bob, you and I had children the last time the Oilers made the postseason. Made the Stanley Cup Final.
I watched Game 6 of Edmonton and San Jose in the hospital with Kathy when Hudson was born.
There you go.
In the round 2 of the playoffs that year, Hudson came very close to being called Hork because he got one of the 2 goals.
I am really glad Kathy won that argument. Sent down low.
She's won every argument, John.
Not as glad as Hudson. Here's Alex Petrovic up the right-hand side. Dodano. In from the right-hand side. Swept away by Marchman in front, point blank, and what a save on Matt Duchene, who shoveled a backhander immediately on net. And Skinner now has made 3 superb stops after kind of just being in a rocking chair for the first 39 minutes of this game. He's made 3 tremendous saves. Perry a steal, and Dallas bottled up at its own end. Suter comes in on Evander Kane, getting warned by the referee to watch the hands up around the shoulders. Cleared by Wyatt Johnston. Nurse sends it over to Kulak. Perry drop off. Draisaitl tried to get a shot away, and that was swept off his stick by Harley. Rifled up to Robertson by Joe Pavelski. Turned it over, and Nurse had it deflect off his stick and out of play with 13:53 to go in the third period. Edmonton closing in on a massive victory on the road at the American Airlines Center. It's 3-0 Oilers in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final with Ford Dealers NHL Hockey. The Oilers Radio Network.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Discover the epitome of elegance at Alberta Diamond Exchange, dedicated to crafting unforgettable moments with exquisite jewelry collections for over 2 decades. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands and anniversary treasures, the Alberta Diamond Exchange commitment extends far beyond I do. Your journey with Alberta Diamond Exchange is not just about jewelry, it's about an unparalleled experience. Check out the Aspen Glen Landing Boutique in Southwest Calgary, and for more information, head to abdiamond.ca today.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
We're live in Dallas, Texas. Edmonton 3, the Stars nothing. Face off to Stuart Skinner's left-hand side. Oilers with 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Dallas nothing on 14 shots and a face-off won by the Stars. Robertson, a wrist shot deflected off a skate. Went up high on the glass. Nurse ahead for Ryan McLeod, and the Oilers bust out left to right. McLeod threw it around the boards. Corey Perry on it, right corner. Taken by Thomas Harley, and quickly punched forward by the Stars' Jason Robertson. In over the line. Tyler Seguin, wrist shot, kick save. Stuart Skinner, who's been sharp late in the second, early in the third, coming up with several big stops. Darnell Nurse the other way, and his puck rocketed out of play by Heiskanen with his stick in the lane. 13-18 left in regulation, and Edmonton on top in Game 5 by a score of 3-0. If the Oilers win tonight, they'll be up 3-2 and can close out the West Final with a victory in Game 6 Sunday back at Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton at 6 p.m. Mountain. Florida will look to close out its series in Sunrise against the New York Rangers tomorrow night. Panthers beat the Rangers last night up the right-hand side. Jamie Benn looking for Wyatt Johnston. Deflected away. Ekholm against Benn behind the net. Fights him off. Couldn't clear. Tanev cross ice, and Benn juggled that puck in the left circle. Couldn't get a shot away as a result. Checked off by McDavid. Ekholm to Bouchard, who's assisted on 2 of the 3 goals tonight, but here he gives it away. Benn centering pass deflected by Ekholm. Stankoven to Benn. Tried to sneak one inside to Wyatt Johnston. Broken up, and here comes Connor McDavid. He'll chip and charge against Esa Lindell. Chris Tanev threw it around the boards to Mason Marchment. On his backhand, he sends it up ice for Wyatt Johnston. Right circle, shot off the side of the net against Stuart Skinner. Rebound Marchment to the point. Ryan Suter, Marchment, cross ice Lindell, shot, blocked. Good play by Edmonton's Philip Broberg. Boy, he has looked rock solid in games 4 and 5 since being inserted into the Stanley Cup postseason. Ryan Suter races up the center, muscles it down deep. Skinner will knock it down. They'll play it up the left-hand boards. Connor Brown look to get it out with help from Carrick. Dallas closing quickly, forced it back behind the Oiler nets. Skinner off to Cody Ceci, up the boards to Janmark, run over from behind by Suter, but with support, Sam Carrick scoops off boards and out, and here comes Matthias Janmark to Connor Brown. His shot stopped by Ottinger. Rebound out to Donov against Janmark and knocked away. The Oilers will come up with a puck at center ice, and Brett Kulak does the smart thing, doesn't try to force anything, drops it to Darnell Nurse, wristed down deep. Dallas forced to go the full 200 feet. 11:25 for the Stars to live here in Game 5. They're in big trouble. Edmonton 3, Dallas nothing. Thomas Harley back behind the net for Rope Hintz. He'll come away left corner, try to tuck it inside. Shot by Sam Steele was blocked. Rebound high slot. Centering pass. One-timer, another save. Skinner on Steele, set up by Pavelski. Then another centering pass and broken up. Stuart Skinner now has made 4 saves in the slot, point-blank range in the last 10 minutes of game action. Sam Steele, left side for Rope Hintz. Long shot by Heiskanen blocked. And here come the Edmonton Oilers left to right. It's Dylan Holloway to Evander Kane to Leon Draisaitl, right circle. Draisaitl fending off a pair of Stars. Bouchard a shot from distance and a save made by Jake Ottinger with 10:36 to go in the third period. And I'm not sure anyone had it easier than Stuart Skinner for the first 39 minutes, but Bob, in the last 11, he has been tremendous.
Made 4 point-blank great saves for the Edmonton Oilers. He's had a real strong start through the first 49 and a half minutes in this game.
14-11 career in the Stanley Cup playoffs. 86 wins heading into his 150th career start tonight. And that's including playoffs. Only Grant Fuhr in the history of the Edmonton Oilers had more wins than Skinner's 86. Grant had 97. Here's Jason Robertson against Cody Ceci, down low in the Oilers zone. Lindell wires it over to Cristana. Matt Duchene, right circle, open. Lindell lost the handle. Ceci played it into the corner. Comes away with the puck. The Oilers have a 2-on-1. McLeod and Corey Perry in over the line. McLeod to Perry, and he dropped it into the middle thinking Draisaitl would be there. He was not. McLeod looks to recover. The Oilers don't get anything out of the 2-on-1. A miscommunication. Lindell will put it up the left-hand side for Matt Duchene. Swatted away by Bouchard. Another chance for Edmonton. Hyman, this time with Nugent Hopkins, who already has scored twice tonight. Heiskanen takes Hyman against the end boards. 9:35 to play in Game 5. The Oilers closing in on a huge win here in Dallas. Lead pass, Thomas Harley to center ice. He'll snap it around the boards. Matthias Ekholm looking to gather. Strip from behind. Stankoven tried to center. That was well defended. And Ekholm will send it back to center ice. Fielded on one hop by Heiskanen. Nugent Hopkins to Hyman with McDavid the trailer. Hyman bursting down the left-hand side. Cuts inside, short side, and a save made by Ottinger. Rebound to Harley. Skating away from the traffic generated by Matthias Janmark. Up to Heiskanen. And he'll wrist it down deep from center ice. That ricochets around to Jamie Benn. Shovel down low. Wyatt Johnston beaten to the puck by Brett Kulak. And he'll launch down the middle of the ice. This will be an icing call against Edmonton with 8:49 to go in the third period. And the Oilers closing in on a Game 5 victory that would put Dallas to the brink.
Well, now an important face-off, and McDavid is out at the end of his shift. He's been out there for about 40 seconds, and Chris Knobloch has rolled over the 4 lines here. So I don't think he's too
Last
taxed.
2 games.
Yeah.
Last 2 games.
Sagan at 55% in the circle.
I was going to say, if you ever wanted a guy at the end of his shift, it's Connor McDavid. Inexhaustible reserve, seemingly. And he comes away with a puck off the draw, and he's not looking to change. He's streaking down the left-hand side. Marchment, to his credit, played it well and was able to muscle it back through center. Evander Kane will kick it back to Kulak. Right wing lead pass for Connor Brown. Closing out quickly was Suter. Cutting it off. Kane in the left-hand corner. Stars can't get out of their own zone. Kane centering pass off the stick of Ottinger. That'll be shoveled back down low by Adam Henrique. Kane protects. Toppled to the ice surface. Connor Brown serves it up for Nurse. Left point. Looks. Fans. Now just launches back down low. Smart poise play by Nurse. Didn't have the shot option. Evander Kane able to wrestle it free and snap a shot into the waiting glove of Jake Ottinger, who puts it in his hip pocket with 7:56 to go in a game that has seen Edmonton outshoot Dallas 22-16. The Oilers have a pair of power play goals from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, as well as an even-strength goal from Philip Broberg. Edmonton in command of Game 5 at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. It's 3-0 for the Oil. And this is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey. The Stanley Cup playoffs are on the Oilers Radio Network.
Think you can't go back to school because you have a family or a full-time job? Yes, you can. Northern Lakes College provides a supported distance learning environment, offering a guided learning setting that supports you to succeed and provides the flexibility to suit your lifestyle. Explore programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. The education you want, the flexibility you deserve. NorthernLakesCollege.ca.
As the excitement heats up on the ice, why not heat things up at home too with Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. There's no better pairing for hockey than hot, delicious pizza delivered right to your door. So whether you're cheering from the arena or your living room, make sure you've got Pizza 73 on your team. Order now and fuel your playoff passion with the perfect pie. Remember, on game nights, don't just watch, deliver with Pizza 73.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
7 minutes, 56 seconds to go. Third period, Edmonton 3, Dallas no score. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Draisaitl between McLeod and Perry. Face-off won by the Stars' Rope Hintz. Flipped out by Heiskanen. Bouncing puck corralled by Hintz. Broberg took it away, threw it around the boards, falling down in a heap. And out of the play was Sam Steele. Tried to get back up. Harley kept it alive, high slot. And it's a mishmash right now for the Dallas Stars. That time they went with Steele playing alongside Hintz and Pavelski.
They need the speed.
McLeod will send it down low left-hand side. Well, then you're breaking up Robertson and Hintz. That's the only thing. Pavelski will give it up for Steele. Played back for Heiskanen, and Harley forced to reload for the Dallas Stars again. Time running. 7:10 to play. It's a 3-goal lead for Edmonton. Dumped in by Sagan. Worked around the boards by Matthias Ekholm, cleared by Zach Hyman. Bouncing puck, flutters and flitters. Back to the goal line. Chris Tanev on it for Dallas. He'll handle Lindell. Quickly worked up the left-hand side. Duchesne steers it laterally for Sagan, who pounds it in. Skinner to knock it down. Squirts free to Matthias Ekholm. Up the left-hand side and safely out. Tanev at the blue line. Sagan spun down. Lindell will jump on it. He'll throw it back to the point. Duchesne a shot and a save made by Skinner. Rebound in the corner. Sagan threw it around the boards. Lindell back behind the net. Allowed to go to Tanev. A hard hit in the far corner. McDavid plucks it right off the dasher boards. Locates Nugent-Hopkins, and now the Oilers break out. Maybe a 3-on-2 if they hurry. McDavid rolls it toward the net. Ottinger forced to freeze it. 6:11 to go in the third. And Edmonton in this period in particular, when they don't have what they perceive to be a high-quality shot, they're making sure to put the puck in an area where Ottinger is forced to settle for a defensive zone draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Intelligent play. I got to ask you, Jack, at what point here, down by 3, does Pete DeBoer, by the time I get up the ice,
you got to have possession. Yeah. I mean, right now, Edmonton, the Oilers have played, for those who are just joining us or maybe just having trouble capturing the vibe, and if that's so, that's on me and Bob. But I would just say this is as close to perfect as Edmonton can play. Nurse fires it on net from distance off the draw. Easy save for Ottinger. This has been a clinic. Jamie Bennett in over the line. Wyatt Johnston stripped from behind. Ben soccered it free to Stankoven. He'll serve it up. Shot from distance, tipped home. They finally got a screen in front of Stuart Skinner, and I believe Wyatt Johnston is the man who will break up the shutout and give Dallas much-needed life with 5:51 to play. Johnston.
Unfortunately for Oilers fans, here's where you get nervous. You've seen the team squander leads in playoff games before. Now Edmonton has to dig in. Good deflection from Johnson, but a little bit too easy zone entry. They kind of snowshoot the puck up the ice. 10th for Wyatt Johnson. And now they don't have to pull a goaltender for another 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes here.
Set up by Thomas Harley. Looked for a tip in front and got it from Wyatt Johnston. For the Oilers, they have to think, no problem, back to work. Connor Brown chips it in. Dallas forced to go the full 200. Mason Marchment can't get it out. Brown will pump it right back in. Chris Tanev up the right-hand side. It's to Donoff, ahead to Esa Lindell, over the line. Little spin move, Marchment, and here come the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl set up by Connor Brown. Dances around a hip check from Donoff. Pulls his way free of Tanev. Smothered in the corner by Marchment. And here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the puck for Edmonton. He'll put it back down low with 5 minutes to play. In the third, turned over. Bouchard redirected dangerously wide by Nugent-Hopkins, looking for the hat trick. Now you've got Zach Hyman in the vicinity. Taken away by Dallas's Esa Lindell and cleared back through the middle. Nugent-Hopkins will wire it back in immediately for the Oilers. Chris Tanev up the right-hand side. Harley and Stankoven with the helpers on Wyatt Johnston's 10th of the playoffs. Hyman walks it back in for the Oilers. And Dallas has not been able to ratchet up the pressure thus far after getting that first goal. Harley will try to change that. But as he weaves his way through the neutral zone, he was stripped. And here comes Connor McDavid attacking for Edmonton left to right. Floats one toward Ottinger, knocked down and set level for Heiskanen. Thomas Harley up the left-hand side, gaining the line of Sagan. Work free, Harley. One-timer ripped by Heiskanen and a blocker save made by Skinner. Rebound, Darnell Nurse. Heiskanen slows the puck's momentum. Nurse up the left-hand side. Oilers don't get it out. Robertson tugs it back beneath the goal line. Johnston can't keep it there. Lurking, Johnston and Heiskanen trying to carve that puck out of the corner. The Oilers stapling it. Nurse involved along with Evander Kane. Time running off the clock. Down to 3:45. Harley, high slot, dishes off. Robertson can't pull the trigger. Looking to shoot. Sagan, block shot. What a play by Holloway to get in the path of that wrist shot. And now the Oilers lunging. Second effort. Make a play. Maybe a 3-on-1. Holloway thinks better of it. Just fires it down deep with 3:25 to go in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Jake Ottinger. Edmonton 3, Dallas 1 in Game 5. Pulsating Stanley Cup playoff hockey tonight in the Lone Star State. Shot off the rush and a save made by Skinner. Dragging his way in was Logan Stankoven, able to recover the puck back at center against Matthias Janmark. Tanev reloading for the Stars. 3 minutes to go. Ottinger looks anxiously at the bench. He doesn't come off for now. Tanev shoots it in. Skinner up the left-hand side. Broberg did not get it out, but Draisaitl will. Off balance, he creates a 2-on-1. In over the line, Hyman tried to give it to McLeod. Got it back on a deflection, and the Stars make sure the Oilers don't get anything out of the 2-on-1. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third period. Edmonton closing in on victory, but the Oilers not at the finish line just yet. Stankoven, pass. Duchesne inexplicably did not reach his stick out, and thus it will be icing against the Stars, and that will keep Jake Ottinger in the pipes. And I'm not sure why Duchesne did not stretch to try to make a play on that lead pass.
Absolutely.
I don't know what he thought that was going to be other than offside, or excuse me, icing. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Hyman out for Edmonton, along with Ekholm and Bouchard. 2:28 to play in regulation. Edmonton 3, Dallas 1. Wyatt Johnston broke up Stuart Skinner's shutout bid a few minutes ago. Off the face-off, slapped down low. McDavid won another draw, and Ekholm made sure to put it beneath the goal line. Jason Robertson with a turnover. Nugent-Hopkins snapshot and a save made by Ottinger. McDavid behind the net for Zach Hyman, out in front, deflected around. Tanev looking to clear, can't do it. Ekholm keeps the puck down low. 2:05 remaining, and here come the Stars. Ottinger to the bench, extra man on. Robertson shot it out of play. I'm not sure he was in the zone. They're going to give it to him right at the Edmonton blue line. Face-off will come to Skinner's right-hand side. 1:58 on the game clock. Edmonton a 2-goal lead. The Oilers having outshot the Stars 27-19, and now Skinner awaits a face-off to his right. 6-on-5 for the Stars. The 5 for the Oilers will be Adam Henrique out there with CC, Nurse, Draisaitl, and who's the 5th skater? Janmark. So Matthias Janmark has come on. Face-off right side of Skinner. Draisaitl and Ben. Another mammoth draw. These two have been going at it all series long. 3-1 Edmonton. 1:58 to go. And we're going to do it again. Is this a face-off violation? Is this a penalty?
Maybe they're just...
It's a warning. It's a warning. Well, the time didn't come off. It's a registered warning, so the second time would be a penalty. How would that go over with this 18,000 plus? Here's Ben against Draisaitl. Face-off right side of Skinner. Oilers a 2-goal lead and 2 minutes away from a 3-2 series lead. Off the draw. Tyler Seguin settles it down for Dallas. Peers inside. Nowhere to move the puck. So he goes back to Heiskanen, who coughed it up. Draisaitl late getting there. Cross ice Robertson. Net is empty, remember. 6-on-5. Stars right to left. 1:35 to go. Down the stretch in Dallas. Shoveled in by Rope Hintz. He's checked by Cody Ceci. Around the boards for Jamie Benn. Reverse back to Seguin. Oilers with a 3-1 lead. 1:25 to go. Bouncing puck corralled by Robertson. Held in for Hintz. Off to Seguin. Shot deflected. High up off the glass. Ben checked by Nurse. Ceci comes over. Can't clear. Ben maintains. Out to Heiskanen. Over to Robertson. 1:10 to play. Shot blocked in front. Pinball's over. Jamie Benn back on it for the Stars. Draisaitl and Nurse race over. Punched away from Nurse. Draisaitl over Seguin. Centering pass to Ben. Broken up. Back to Jason Robertson. 55 seconds to go. Edmonton leading by 2 goals. Seguin saucers to Robertson. Sharp angle left-hand side. Seguin. High slot. Ben. One-timer. Heiskanen wide. Rebound. Hopped around the glass. 40 seconds to play. Ben steps up. Waits, fires, wrist shot off the post, Robertson. That went off the side of the post. Nurse batted it down. Hand pass legal in the defensive zone. Enrique couldn't clear. Robertson right circle inside to Ben. Lost the handle. 25 seconds left and a clear. And a terrific job by Janmark. 20 seconds to play in the third period. Robertson dumps it in. Edmonton's going to win Game 5. The Oilers are going to be 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. Janmark shoots wide of the empty net. Won't matter. Edmonton 3, Dallas 1. The Oilers close it out in the Lone Star State, and they're 60 minutes away from the Stanley Cup final.
A poised, professional road performance tonight, top to bottom from the Edmonton Oilers. No question about it. Power play, Jack 2 for 3. Penalty killing 2 for 2 in this game. And they did enough. Despite the fact that Dallas got one in the third, this is about as good and as mature of a performance as you can see from an Edmonton Oilers hockey team right here, right now.
Bob, I've covered the team for 14 years. That's the best game I've ever seen them play.
Well, and that's a tough place to play, too, here in the road, let me tell you.
I mean, all circumstances. You've now, over the last 3 games, permitted Dallas an average of less than 21 shots a night. And you are playing at the highest level. A team generally regarded as having the best depth in the NHL, and it wasn't even close. Well, Edmonton's own depth has come to play. The Oilers now have 16 different guys with a Stanley Cup playoff goal. You know who else has 16? Dallas. Maybe it wasn't as big an advantage as everyone thought it was, and the Oilers are now one win away from advancing to the Stanley Cup final for the first time since 2006.
Well, and I mean, Jack, you sit there and look at it. Not only does Dallas have 16 goal scorers, the Oilers have 16 goal scorers, but Edmonton has 4 of the top scorers in the entire playoffs right now with a 2-goal performance. So just an awesome performance from Edmonton.
Let's go ringside with Leon Draisaitl. Leon, I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but I said, I've watched this team for 14 years, and I'm not sure I've ever seen a more composed, more professional performance since I've been covering the club. What did you think of the way your team played tonight?
Yeah, really good. Stuck with it even when they came at us, weathered the storm a little bit, and just very mature effort here in Dallas. Tough building to win. So, yeah, job's not finished, of course. Going home, trying to win another game.
They were selling out on the PK, on the trying to take the drop and delay away on the Connor zone entry, and you guys caught him on a perfectly executed 3-on-2. I know you joked about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins today. Another big game for him. 2 power play goals and then part of a perfect PK.
Yeah, I mean, I said it this morning. Whoever hasn't seen it, go look it up.
It's out there, Leon.
It's out
somewhere.
there.
It's somewhere. So
you were on it this morning. You were on fire.
Thank you. He's a massive part of this team. He touches every part of the game, and yeah, just another clutch performance by him.
Congratulations, Leon. Is it as hot as Nugent-Hopkins says it is down there?
Yeah, it's pretty steamy down here. So
go enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks.
Go enjoy it with your teammates. Leon Draisaitl and the Edmonton Oilers, a 3-1 win. And again, I'm not one to make grand proclamations. I'm just telling you, I'm not sure I've seen the Oilers play a better game since I arrived in Edmonton back in 2010.
Well, especially the caliber of the opponent.
And the circumstance.
And again, this has not always been a very...
Dallas has always been a tough out. Even casual fans of the Oilers, my own family members will tell you, Dallas has always been, a tough out. And now, granted, I mean, we're not talking about the late 90s. I'm talking about the last 6 or 7 years. You think about these two clubs, Bob, for the most part, they've alternated wins and losses. Well, now Dallas has won 2 in a row in the series, and Edmonton, after suffering its first back-to-back losses of the Stanley Cup playoffs, have roared back into the series with 2 consecutive wins, and they've outscored Dallas 8-1 in the last, 115 minutes of this series. That's hard to do.
And now you're sitting there. We assume Dallas is going to come out swinging and going for it. I was stunned how passive they were on home ice. It's like they don't want to get scorched by the Oilers off of odd man breaks themselves. They were basically in a passive 1-2-2 forecheck until they fell behind 3-0, and then they pushed the pace, and they were lucky because Edmonton missed some opportunities to counter-strike off the rush in this game. They could have scored 4 or 5 goals, the Oilers, but the bottom line here is you're up 3-0. You had the game in hand. Skinner made a couple great saves come clutch time in this game. It's got to be stated. He made some real good stops.
He finishes with 19 saves on 20 shots, and you'd think, well, and really for 39 minutes, you'd think correctly. He didn't have much work to do. And when he had the work, boy, he delivered. 4 massive saves, point-blank looks in the slot, probably goals 90% of the time, and that's what your friends, the various people that feed you information would call high danger chances.
Well, and
those were high danger.
The Oilers were 55-40, all situations, high danger chances through the first 4 games of the series, and they did end up with more high danger chances than Dallas tonight.
Yes,
Jack, that power play broke through. 2 for 2 on the power play, or 2 for 3, 2 for 2 early in the game, 2 for 2 in the PK.
Thought on Nugent-Hopkins rising to the 4 yet again in a big game.
Late in the series. Yeah. Late in the series against Vancouver.
6 and 7 against Vancouver.
Game
For
5.
me, he's never been better.
No, this is, you know what, and the respect that the players have for him, and here's the thing with Nuge. Last year he killed it. He had a 103-point season, bit of a drop-off this year. Didn't quite have the same rhythm shooting the puck. That second goal that he scored tonight, that's got to get Oilers fans excited because he is starting to show some things here that could be pretty good for the Edmonton Oilers. This was, Jack, you got to love it if you're an Oilers fan. That said, you have to assume that we are going to see a better performance out of Dallas. They're going to be desperate, and they're also a better team on the road. But in the last 5 periods, it's not even close who's been the better team in this series, Jack.
Well, again, there's 60 more minutes, and I think you're right. I think Dallas. We didn't see it tonight. I didn't think I thought the Stars, quite frankly, were flat. I thought the Oilers were part of the reason they were flat.
100%.
They flattened out the offense and they stifled the attack early on. But I expect Dallas to find one more gear in a desperate attempt to extend this series to a seventh game.
I wonder if they have to switch how they forecheck. They're flipping pucks out early in the game. Broberg back there has made a difference. He's gotten the pucks.
He can skate his way out of danger.
And he struggled in the first shift, and he was fine after. And I'm not sure we've always seen that out of Phillip. I think that's a sign of an ongoing, maturing player right before our eyes. And think of what Broberg and Holloway have brought Edmonton here as the playoffs have gone on. Some depth from drafted and developed players that people have questioned. And here they are playing in games 4 and 5 of the Stanley Cup conference final. Stuart Skinner, again, great start from him. Rock solid, double deflection on the goal, not much chance there. 19 saves, gets another win. Jack, we're going back to Edmonton's 3-2 Oilers.
And a chance for that riled-up Oiler crowd, and they'll be oiled up as well on a Sunday night. 6 local face-off, and Edmonton, historically, a record of 13-1 in series where they've led 3-2. The only blemish on that slate was against a certain team led by a certain captain who used to be captain of the Edmonton Oilers. That was Wayne Gretzky's LA Kings, who did it to Edmonton, coming from 3-1 down to win a series in 7 back in 1989. Outside of that, Edmonton's perfect when it gets to this situation. And that situation for Oiler fans means one victory, 60 minutes away from a trip to the Stanley Cup final for the first time in 18 years. As Bob mentioned, Skinner the win. He's now 10-5 in the postseason. Jake Ottinger saddled with the loss. He's down 10-8. He stopped 23 of 26. As Bob mentioned, it was 19 saves on 20 shots for Stuart Skinner. 2 power play goals by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, both set up by Evan Bouchard. McDavid and Draisaitl had single assists. And then off a face-off win by Evander Kane, Philip Broberg pounds home his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal in this, his 12th appearance. And that was enough. Edmonton led 3-0 to the final 6 minutes. Johnston broke up the shutout bid, but that was all for Dallas. And the Oilers win the game 3-1 and take a 3-2 series lead back to Game 6 in Edmonton on Sunday night. We'll have it for you 6 o'clock right here on the Oilers Radio Network. Until then, for Bob Stauffer, Reed Wilkins, Rob Brown, this is Jack Michaels saying good night from the American Airlines Center. The final score, Edmonton 3, Dallas 1. Game 6 will be a closeout game for Edmonton, an elimination game for Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure was all ours. The Rogers postgame show starts right now.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers postgame show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Bouchard, strong pass to Draisaitl. Cross ice open. Nugent-Hopkins shoots and scores. Second power play goal tonight for Nugent-Hopkins. Right post and in. And Edmonton leads Game 5 by a deuce.
That's the second power play goal of the game for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. It was a beauty on a terrific backhand setup from Leon Draisaitl after a long stretch. Second assist of the game for Evan Bouchard. That's the highlight zone for Century Casino. All in, all games, all season. Century Casino, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert next to the Edmonton International Airport at the Century Mile. Welcome to the winner's zone. Oilers have taken a 3-2 lead in their best of 7 conference final. Impressive 3-1 road win in Dallas. From the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Straining to find the right home? You're going to love this. For a limited time, get back in the game with a free Oiler Fan Cave basement by Coventry Homes. This playoff package includes a free basement, plus an exclusive Oiler Fan Cave, complete with their signature customizable designs and top shelf finishes at no additional cost. Because flexibility is within reach. Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton Airport. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, you can always enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options or try your luck at off-track betting. And now you can feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Century Casino has it all. Come for the action, stay for the fun.
Hey parents, do you work in downtown Edmonton? Childcare is hard to find, but at Kepler Academy, inside Sun Life Place, we still have some space for children 12 months to 6 years old. Located at 101 23 Hull Street, Kepler Academy Sun Life Place is an award-winning early learning and childcare provider, voted Edmonton's top choice for 4 years in a row. Visit KeplerAcademy.ca. Mention this ad and your registration fees will be waived.
You're tuned in to the Rogers postgame show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 630 CHED, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
That's swept away by Marshman in front, point blank, and what a save on Matt Duchesne, who shoveled a backhander immediately on net, and Skinner now has made 3 superb stops.
That's the save of the game, brought to you by Access Insurance. Alberta Oil Field and Construction Contractors can count on huge saves when they need it the most. Visit accessinsuranceGroup.com. Jack Michaels with the call of tonight's game. I'm Bob Stauffer, Cam Moon, Rob Brown, Reed Wilkins, Brendan Escott, all part of the Oilers Radio Network. And we bring aboard our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob, your thoughts? Jack says this is the... hold on a sec. Do we have Rob? We do have Rob. Okay. Jack thought this was the best best performance he's seen out of the Edmonton Oilers in his 14 years as play-by-play man. The Oilers gave up a late goal in the final 5 or 6 minutes of this game, but pretty impressive, especially in Big D and factoring in the circumstances, Rob.
Well, yeah, I think when you look at the importance of this game, Game 5 on the road, you lose in Dallas, all of a sudden you've got 2 elimination games you're going to face against the team that won the Western Conference regular season. That's a tall order. So you came in here tonight, giving up 10 shots after 40 minutes in the opposition team's rink. That is a quality performance. We talked before the game, Reed and I, how the Oilers, when they won 16 straight this year, they weren't winning on the 7-6 nights. They were winning because they're playing good defense. And I think they realized with the new coach, the way they're playing, the success they were having, that, you know what, if we play solid defense, we're going to score 3 a night. And if we keep the opposition to 2 or fewer, we're going to be a good hockey club. And they've continued that on through here in the playoffs. And yes, it was an excellent performance. And this is what you love about the Oilers this year, as opposed to years gone by. Every player has ownership on this win. Everybody contributed in some way, whether it's a penalty kill, a physical play, getting pucks in deep, a desperation, like Dylan Holloway diving, making a kick save in the dying minutes of the game. Those are the things you need. The desperation the Oilers are playing. They're not coming out here trying to outscore their mistakes. They're trying to play a mistake-free game. And tonight, they were pretty darn close to it.
Yes, they were. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Leon Draisaitl joked coach's favorite player in the morning skate today. 2 power play goals, and I know you love how they caught him on the stretch on that. First of all, the first power play, they won the draw, they got it to the net, they created chaos, they scored. That we love that. But the second one, Dallas was over pursuing McDavid, trying to take away the drop and delay, and the Oilers caught him up ice, and then it was a 3-on-2, and Leon with a wonderful pass, an elite level finish from RNH.
Well, to start with, you asked about RNH, and he's been excellent. He's a guy that, in big moments, is making big plays. The longest tenured Oiler, a fan favorite for what he does on the ice, and more importantly, the kind of person he is off the ice. He's being rewarded with hard work. You drafted first overall at one point. Usually franchises build around you. Well, he's found himself a different type of role with this team. He's more of a complementary player, but comes up in the biggest moments and makes the best plays. And as Leon said, he touches all facets. He's part of a penalty killing unit. He's got, 24 in a row? He's on the power play, scores a couple big power play goals. He was excellent in this game. And as for the play that they made, one of the best attributes of the Oilers' power play is their ability to adapt. Okay, you're taking away the cross ice. Well, now we're going to go back to Bouchard. You're taking away this. Well, now we're going to have a guy higher in the slot. They just continue to evolve as a power play unit. And the play that you're talking about, teams do not want Connor bringing the puck up, because when he does, it's 100% in the offensive zone. But if you start following him up, you see what you get. You get an odd man break. And good on the Oilers. They understood it. They read the play. And Leon, with which is becoming just too common, that you can't even talk about how incredible it is, because you see it so often. But a backhand pass all the way across, and Nuge makes no mistake. So that was a big moment in the game for the Edmonton Oilers. This was a fantastic game. Now, the fourth game is always the hardest, but it's a lot more fun being the team with 3 when you go into Game 6.
Yeah, no question about it. Dallas Stars, the last 4 games, 25 shots on goal. They won 3-1 with an empty netter. 22 shots on goal. They won with an empty netter. 22 shots on goal. The Oilers win 5-2. Tonight, 20 shots on goal. The Oilers win 3-1. Edmonton is suppressing the shots, Rob.
They are. I mean, one of the reasons is Dallas isn't getting any on the power play. The power play, they lose momentum. They finally, the last power play the Dallas Stars had, they actually created a scoring chance. And that's probably the first one. I know you always say that your goalie's got to be your best penalty killer. Stuart Skinner hasn't had to be, because he's not getting any shots. He did make a big save on Johnson in the second period, I believe it was. But it was the first time he's had to make a save. The Oilers are playing good defensive hockey. And they've learned over the last number of playoffs and playoff years that you can't outscore mistakes. You can't go into a game trying to score 5 to win. Keep the opposition down defensively. You're going to score enough. So this was just a good effort. And they still have one more to go. And I believe you're right. Dallas will be better.
Yeah, but they can't be much worse, Rob. They were not very good through 40 minutes of this game, and they didn't get better until they started forechecking, and they were desperate.
That's exactly what we saw with the LA Kings. That's exactly what we saw with the Vancouver Canucks. Those teams, there's a fear playing the Oilers, and you think, okay, let's just play a low-event game. Well, now that we see the Oilers are good in low-event games, the Oilers don't make mistakes in the offensive zone or in the neutral zone anymore. So if you're not forechecking them, you're not going to get the Oilers in a situation where they make a bad play. I would imagine that, yes, you're right. The Dallas Stars will be a much more aggressive team in Game 6 because you have no choice.
But Edmonton also squandered some opportunities to counter-strike as Dallas sold out a bit. If they do pick up the impetus on the forecheck, Edmonton's got to capitalize when they get those odd man breaks going the other way.
They do, but you can still be a good forechecking team with a high man. I mean, the Oilers are.
That's what Edmonton's done in this series.
Well, and the Oilers are very good at their D-men pinching, and the only way you can do that is if you have a high man in the offensive zone. The Oilers are good at that. That when in the third period, the Dallas Stars started selling out, pinching their D-men. So this series ain't over. It's not. Ottinger's good enough to win a game by himself,
and he's better on the road.
Yeah, and the Dallas Stars are a good hockey club. And the fourth game is always the hardest to win. But this is an Oilers team feeling good about themselves, and they should.
Great stuff, Rob.
Sounds good, Bob.
Smart Play of the Night is brought to you by Catelli Smart Pasta with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the box the next time you shop. Leon Draisaitl on the power play. The Oilers, Evan Bouchard hits him with a stretch, and Draisaitl threads a perfect backhanded pass, elected to go for it instead of waiting on the drop and delay. And Nugent Hopkins whipped one home, his second power play of the game. Oilers beat Dallas 3-1. They lead the series 3-2. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
When you play the largest 50-50 in sports, everybody wins. Your support makes all of oil country a better place. A place of kindness, caring, and compassion. Uplifting those in need, changing lives forever. The largest 50-50 pot in professional sports is currently growing by the second. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help change lives today. Maybe even your own.
AGLC license number 645766.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots.
Top shelf, he scores!
Hey, Rogers customers and hockey fans. Rogers wants you to win big this Stanley Cup playoffs.
Connor McDavid! Fantastic!
You could win a VIP trip to the Stanley Cup final, plus hundreds of prizes, courtesy of Rogers Beyond the Sea. For your chance to win, visit rogers.com/Stanley Cup. That's rogers.com/Stanley Cup.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Scoreboard is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Last night, the Florida Panthers won 3-2 at MSG in New York to take a 3-2 lead in the Eastern Conference Final. They have a chance to close out the Rangers tomorrow. The season is over for WHL champion Moose Jaw after vanquishing Drummondville in a do-or-die game to get to the playoff round of the Memorial Cup. They got pounded by host Saginaw 7-1 tonight. End result, Saginaw, the host, plays London in the Memorial Cup final. Here at American Airlines Center, the Edmonton Oilers get 2 goals from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. Philip Broberg's first career playoff goal. They beat the Dallas Stars 3-1. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Live sky high with remarkable units for rent and for sale at Sky Signature Suites. Currently offering amazing incentives on 1- and 2-bedroom rentals featuring designer finishes, resort-like amenities, and breathtaking views. All of this and more within the heart of Ice District, Edmonton's best address for shopping, dining, entertainment, and fun. Visit skysignaturesuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority. It's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Let's go to the Molson Cup 3 Stars, presented by Molson. Whether it's Canadian Ultra Exporter Excellers or Molson with your name on it. Third star tonight with a pair of assists, Evan Bouchard. Second star tonight with 19 saves, Stuart Skinner. First star tonight, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a pair of goals on the power play. The Rogers postgame shows heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Oilers return to action Sunday night. Game 6, 6 o'clock, puck drop, Mountain Standard Time. For my play-by-play partners this season, Jack Michaels, who's had all the call of the playoff.